neat. Except, I guess it's not mine.
No. Oh, I saw Civil War, by the way. Didn't disappoint. It was still a good Marvel movie.
It was.
Yep. I can't. Oh God, I want to talk about it, but by God, I'll get killed if I do. For the people who didn't see it. But you know. I hope you know.
I know.
Okay.
Oh, I know.
Right. I don't watch things called
Squee.
movies.
Yes, Bert.
How did you like the vibro pole arm?
Yeah, I liked it well enough. I was like, it took me a second at first because I was like, wait a second, don't I have a pole arm? Oh, this one's a little different.
Yeah.
I was like, that's not the price of the pole arm. You don't have to punish yourself like, oh, never mind.
No, it's the Naruni one.
Yeah. Well, no, the
Plus
Narunis
freaking
have a pole
Naruni.
arm, but yours is the one you said is like a sickle more than anything.
Oh, it's a scythe.
Yeah.
And it
Grim
said in the
Reaper.
description that it could be a scythe, so yeah.
Alrighty.
I'm just gonna put in my calculator exactly how. Is it okay if I should I do the entirety of my pricing, or should I wait until like in game to actually change my galactic credits?
No, and how dare you even ask? No, no. Go ahead, dude. You can go ahead and change it. The group has already decided to at least spend 4 days. All you literally have to do is say Isaac spends these 4 days searching for these items, and you're golden.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not going to.
My total expenditure.
There was, I will say this, and Burn knows. There was actually a chance that you could roll it and it actually be more involved. Like, for example, one of the items that Burn wanted at first was available but couldn't be bought through credits, and you'd have to do other things. So that was possible, but none of yours rolled out like that.
Really?
I don't know about unless the entire group is willing to go to the let's see, level 6, the dark and backwoods residential / crime zone. 'Cause I don't think I want to go there by myself.
Sounds fun.
But yeah, you can go ahead and mark the credits off. You spend the time, you will find it, as I said, for the price that I listed for you. So I will start off like this. Wait, well, we're not. How are we streaming? Are we recording? Is everything golden?
I have no idea if we're recording, but we are streaming.
Okay.
I am not recording.
Okay. Well, are we just gonna run with the stream this week?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Then we are recording.
Perfect.
Ha ha. Okay, so I will start off with this. Do you guys know, or do you want to discuss if you want to do any sort of long-term modification things, or do you want to just more handle that later on?
Do we want to mess around with the ship?
I'm neutral on it. If there's something that you guys really want to get, really want to spend their coin on, great. But I'm good. I wouldn't mind paying off the ship pronto to Pa first, then go on vacation, then spend like crazy awesomeness.
Yeah.
But yeah.
By the way, I'm tossing 8 mil into the group funds.
Okay.
6.5. There you go. The only thing that I have a burning desire for is the extra stuff like the Starluck Lounge and like the gymnasium, the
luxuries.
workshop, that
The
kind of
luxuries, yeah.
the luxury stuff.
Mhm.
I think we can wait for like the special super duper heart stuff. And I actually had a thought. Because this place has super gates. I have a question for Squee.
Yes, that's me. I'm here.
Is it very common, especially from the resort worlds, like would we be able to get this kind of information to get a ferry or something back from the resort worlds to center.
Yes, in fact, if you go through a gate in the Gateland, as many people do to one of these paradise worlds, then obviously you're not bringing your ship or your own vehicles with you. A few of the gates are big enough to allow small vehicles in, but that's something that takes time, effort, and permits. So many of the pleasure planets have a form of taxi system to get you from the gate to the actual resorts and things like that. That would not be an issue.
So what we could do is, depending on if Hart wants to go with us or not, have her oversee modifications to the ship while we go and play around, have a vacation, and that kind of thing.
We could ask, yeah, we could definitely do that.
I also forgot, I completely forgot until just now to add this to the list of things you can purchase, so let me just throw that out there now. If you remember, if you recall, I mentioned when you guys came into Center that there are these space transport gates outside of Center that are one-way gates that anyone with a sublight drive type of device can, from anywhere in the 3 galaxies, teleport to these gates to instantly travel to Center. You just can't teleport back to wherever you're from, and you need a certain device that allows you to do so.
Kind of like a home button.
Yeah, like a home spell, actually. Yeah, really good way to look at that.
With Dark Souls, Homeward Bone, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So, like, for an example, if you had this drive, you would have had to fly out to Siren, but the trip back would have been near instantaneous.
Son of a bitch!
Yeah,
those
really.
are available for 6 million credits, installation included.
That's not bad.
That is actually not bad.
That's not bad at all.
This is what we have after we settle up with Paw, which I
Okay.
already set aside and everything. We have 65.5 million credits, just in the group funds.
That's nice. That's very nice.
That's a lovely,
That makes
lovely,
the whole
lovely
siren
nesting.
thing almost worthwhile.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing that I'm a little bit nervous about, okay? Is that carrying around that much money is just asking for trouble. So I really would like to settle up with Paw first.
Yeah.
I know you have to do some travel time or whatever, right? But wouldn't it be tragic if we get robbed or we get scammed or like I gamble it all away or something?
Well,
you
I'll
know?
kill you if you do that.
Don't forget, we got a account number from Paw, so all we need to do is go to a bank and go, we want to transfer this to this.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Then that should be just step one. We can probably just do that narratively. I don't think there's any deep
No, there's no
roleplay
reason
when it
to.
comes to bank transfers. If you're a really weird pen and paper person, it's
and
just
it
like,
would
oh
be-
man, how many forms do I have to fill out? Oh, did it check?
Okay, wait, hold on. Form 1 is okay.
One is okay.
Form
Oh,
2 is
crap,
good.
you
You
used the
forgot
red
to
pen,
sign
you used the
there. You
red
forgot
pen.
to sign an initial. You're supposed to sign an initial. Now roll a convince check to convince them not to
Back of the
refill out Form
line.
2.
You have to go to back of the line.
If we can handle it narratively, there would be, of
I
course,
kind of want to do this.
Okay. Why don't you save it for Sunday?
Okay,
We can do that someday.
there would be a short call from Paw himself confirming that he received the funds and officially endorsing the contract has been fulfilled. The second chance was always yours. It was the loan that you owed to him, but letting you know that you are now debt free. And then, of course, there'd be a small thing at the end that can take take care of Hart. But yeah, it'd be a quick thing. If I remember correctly, so that 65 million in the group loot was after you paid off Paw, right?
Yeah, that was after.
Mm-hmm.
So you've paid off Paw, you paid him everything, you're debt free. You now have 65 million in the group loot plus whatever your personal pockets are.
Yeah. Talavac and Xavier still have over basically 14 million in their pockets.
Yeah, I know. It's
I'm
kinda
pretty
fun.
frugal.
Who wants to go dicing?
I'm pretty frugal because I got my eyes set on a few things. So.
14 million on 6.
Hit me. 20.
Casino's
Hit me
like,
again.
I don't have that much.
21. Go.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to do? Do you still have that sheet of the modifications you want to do the layout
Yeah.
of the Starlight?
Yes, I still do.
Second chance.
If
I gotta
you-
remember its name now.
If you
Ah,
give
it
me
didn't really
a
that matter.
second, in my heart, it will always be the Starlock.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might just be a title, but in my heart, it's always the Starlock. Give me 2 seconds.
They're both actually really good ship names. I mean, the Second Chance and Starlock are both really cool ship names. So, but yes, I understand.
There you go. I have linked it.
Because I need
in
to
the
take a
group.
look at this to give you an idea of how much it'll cost and how long it'll take.
I actually have a list of things that with a projected cost.
All right, so
in-
okay,
in the
so
group loop.
group showers is already a thing.
Group
Gymnasium.
showers.
Well, I assume you guys are going to install dividers or something.
I know. It's just the way you said it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's see here. All right,
I
unless you want to
threw
go
everything
military.
into 3 Galaxies.
Okay, so the rec room. Does that mean you want to move the entertainment table to the rec room?
That's what it
Got it.
actually says on there.
All right.
And then get like a replacement dining table for like 100 credits.
Right. All right. That's going to take a little bit of time and effort because it's actually wired into the ship. It's not impossible. It's not undoable at all. Saboteur Lounge, beds are comfy. That's already done. Saboteur Lounge, I believe, is already good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, hello. Okay, so Starlock ideas.
Maybe we could hire some big ass DBs or Borgs to move the furniture for us.
Yeah.
Small bar and star. That beer is going to cost you extra.
Extra.
I was going to charge you like $3 million, but now for the beer, that's $3 million.
Damn it.
Boy, they can really put away the brew.
Gonna get your old pisswiser. Few small house plants here and there to brighten up the room. That is very detailed. I like that.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we kind of went a little crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Dave and I spent a
Yeah.
lot of time with this.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget the disco ball.
Carpet, possibly shag.
Yeah.
Right.
So, meanwhile, would anybody like to accompany Lucas on his scavenging of the warlock market?
Oh, I very likely will have to go there anyways. So I'll go.
Right.
Warlock Market is mostly magic stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And tech
okay.
wizard stuff.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Don't forget those. Don't forget the I think there was an item that
Earrings.
Lucas pointed out to you before.
Yeah, I know.
You know where I'm going. I'm already there.
Oh, I don't know where you're going. Where you
He
headed?
is a free
I wanna
trade
go
zone.
Free trade.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. I will say this: if it's on the list, David, like I know a lot of stuff you were looking for was already on that list. That is stuff that's easy to come by. The prices is listed, especially the Naruni stuff. As long as you remember that it's 50% in addition to what you see there. That is stuff that can be bought in an afternoon.
Mhm.
It's commonly available. All I need from you is to let me know what you're getting, and then just to mark it off your chart and mark it on your player sheet.
Okay. Well, the thing is that I sent you a few things in your forum that I wanted to get to. I don't know if you got it already. It's from the Triax 2 book. I wanted to get something from Earth. You know.
Got it. Was it through the Skype chat?
Yes. I sent you the book. Actually, I sent you the
Yeah.
book itself.
Scrolling up in 3 Galaxies.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was looking at our personal Skype chat, and I was like, I'm not finding it. I'm not
Yeah,
finding it.
that one. I forget where I put it. So.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay, and you want the exterminator shotgun? Oh, I've already looked at this stuff. Okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
give me a minute.
If I recall correctly, he wanted them modified to fire SDC stuff, right?
Yes.
Well, I wanted the gun, the handgun, to do that.
Right. If I understand correctly,
Yeah.
because we talked about this, you
Mhm.
wanted an SDC gun to look like that TX-25 ion pistol.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Got it. Okay. I do need you to let me know what caliber round. So, like, what base SDC gun are you using, stat-wise? Are you going for Dirty Harry? Are you going for, you know what I mean? And then I will let you know the price on that one, because the base that you're starting with is going to be the core. And then, give me 1 second.
Mhm.
Oh, wait.
I would have put more in there,
that's
but
why.
you weren't feeling well, so I didn't want to burden you with all these things, you know.
Well, if you need to put more in later, you can always get just let me know through the course of the week. I don't mind
Okay.
retroactiving things at all.
Okay.
But since this is right here and I know exactly where it is, let me just because I'm pretty sure I've looked at this already. I just want to refresh myself on it real fast.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the millimeter shotgun.
Mhm.
You do realize you'll have to buy the ammo for it, of course.
Oh, I got it all listed out.
Okay.
Yeah. I've made basically I made a pre-purchase almost.
Oh, where's the? Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. So this is fine. You can find this among the Naruni. However, since it is a exotic item, i.e., it's from Earth, there aren't too many of them around. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
It is going to cost you 120,000 credits for the gun. And buckshots are 1,200 apiece, and slug rounds are 1,500 apiece.
Okay.
Yeah, the Naruni love to mark up exotic items. And you're in a war economy, which is making everything
And
worse. Which
They just love to mark up things. In
that's true
general.
too. Well, the Naruni are having a ball because there's a war coming, which means everyone wants what they have.
Okay.
In fact, you guys, any of you who go to the free trade zone, that go to the Naruni at any point in time, you will find that their shops are full of everything from mercenary to private militaries, to even a few representatives from larger governments. Even though most governments, like the CCW, they have their own standardized equipment, there are still special forces units, private units, black ops units that contract with the Naruni for their gear. So you find it's like Black Friday in their stores.
Yeah. Okay, I got that. It came to 240 grand.
Okay.
Okay, so I got that.
How many? Just so I know how many. How much ammo did you get?
I only want the solid slugs, and I got 80 of them.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. That's
Okay.
a lot of rounds. Nice.
Yes, and for the gun, since I'm scaling back, since it's going conventional,
Mm-hmm.
would it be cheaper or just the same price to get that done? Because it's $27,000 for the gun. Is it going to stay the same, or is it going to? How are they going to manipulate that?
Well, here's what I'm going to ask. I need to know what the base SDC gun is. What SDC gun do you want to convert? Like, for example, go to. I gave everyone a weapons PDF, SDC weapons stats and rules.
Oh, okay. Because this
You
is in the
still have
same
it.
book. This is in the same book. It's on.
No,
page
I
92.
understand, but that's
Oh,
not.
okay.
Here's the thing: the stats of that pistol have nothing to. So it basically, here's the thing: you're kind of going about it reverse. It's not turning that into an SDC. It's turning an SDC pistol to custom look like that. So I'm going to go off of the base price of the SDC pistol and then add on.
Oh, I didn't go that far. I was just looking at the price of the actual gun because I
Right.
thought I'd have to start with that first.
No. So first things first, just let me know what kind of SDC ammo you wanted to use. Like, if you wanted this, if this was an SDC gun, what would it be?
I want it to be like Isaac's Desert Eagle.
Okay, so you want it to be a 50 cal.
Mm-hmm.
Got
Yeah,
it.
give me
me
a
a sec.
second because I can just pull up those rules.
No, I got them right here.
165 feet, 7 shots, 5d6 structural damage. Desert Eagle 50 cal AE.
So now I'm more looking for the price of it. Gosh darn it, I just lost it.
If I recall correctly, they were around 800 each.
Yeah, they're about. There you go. Okay, so if you can actually, since you have it, can you just copy paste those over to him because the stats are going to be the same.
Yeah, sure.
And you're looking at normally it'd be about 2,000 for the gun itself, buying it from Rooney. For the custom work, you're looking at about 10,000. So another 8,000 because they are going to make a completely custom tailored chassis. This is going to look exactly like the TX5 Ion, and it's going to take them a week to make. This is a custom order.
So I'm probably going to have it delivered. Yeah.
Well, it's going to be delivered to the store. Well, actually, no. It could be delivered straight to your ship for the kind of money that you're paying it for that gun. Yeah, it can be delivered straight to the
It would
ship.
be considered me going to like a mobile home address or something like that.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. And I'm just going to buy a shitload of rounds for it. I don't know. Whatever the box comes in. How many's in a box? Bird?
I got it. Well, typically we'll say 100 rounds is
50 cal shells. Are we using real life prices or not?
Well, yeah. Let's just go because I remember that's what I charged you.
So 50 cal shells are about right around $2. So I'd say $2 for how many? There's 100 in each box. Let's just say. So do you want to get like 500?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So yeah, you'd be looking at $1,000.
Yeah. Just to make it easy.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that, Squee. What'd you say?
1,000 credits for the ammo.
Oh, okay. All right. I am squared. All right, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, give me one more second while I just figure out exactly how much the Starluck is going to cost, and I don't see anything that you can't get. But you do want biometric systems, okay?
Well, we have the biometrics already installed in the ship.
Right.
I'm talking about like integrating.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
I
I figured that's where most of the actual cost would come from with that. In fact, I could see that being like 5 mil. Even.
Okay. Automotive workbench. Okay. I am going to say that cost of supplies for everything. I'm just lumping everything together. 'Cause assuming the group is okay with this, none of this stuff is unobtainable.
Mhm.
So, give me a second. Cost of supplies is 6 million total. Labor it would be a problem, but it's like Christmas for Hart. In fact, you asked if she wanted to do that or go on vacation. She would much rather do this than go to some beach somewhere.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So,
What a nerd.
yeah, there is still going to be some labor involved. Actually, I should add a bit more because that poor girl just can't. This requires modification of the ship structure, and she's good, but unless you guys want to wait a year, it's not a one-man job.
No.
Now that I
figured
think about it,
we
yeah.
would like have a team, and we could even like recruit Seamus again.
Yeah, we
Labor, you'd have to find him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Labor is going to be 500,000 credits, and it's going to take to do these modifications. You're looking at least a good 14 days.
Okay, so 2 weeks to do all of these modifications, and that's 6.5 mil.
Correct.
I would say it's worth it. What do you guys think?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was doing math already. What was the total?
6.5 million.
6.5 million. 14
Yeah.
days.
14 days.
Let's do it. I'm all for it.
Yeah, I don't mind.
All right. So. I'm going to mark that down as reserved, and so we are good to go. We can just take like a cruise liner or something over to a vacation planet and do that for the next 2 weeks. Yeah.
We could.
All right. A couple of things to ask. Xavier and Talivac. What do you two do during the 4 days that Isaac and Lucas are running around looking for stuff?
I would like to find a shooting range.
Okay, those are very easy to come by. In fact, when you go to the free market zone, most of the shops that you go into to buy weapons from have a shooting range attached to it.
Okay, I want to spend a few of the rounds I've already bought and just get a feel for it, sight it in. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what I'm gonna do for. That's just for the first hour. You know what I'm saying? For the rest of the time, I just want to look around. You know what I'm saying? Just explore each section except for the Splogrowth area and just see what this place has.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Xavier?
Sorry, dude. I'm drawing a bit of a blank. I'm not being super creative right now.
That's okay.
So I'll pass.
Yeah, sure.
I'm
whatever the
sorry.
case. He could just kick it in the hotel and
Right,
relax. That's
yeah.
fine.
I don't know.
No, that's fine. Tell you what. If you decide he just wants to take it easy, that's cool. If you decide at any point in time you're like, oh, hey, that's what he'd be doing, just let me know. It's all good.
Cool, thanks.
Give me 1 second here. Talavac.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I have to look something up real fast. You notice when you're in the free trade market,
Mm-hmm.
you see a sign on the wall
Okay.
that says Naruni's Amateur Robo Bowl Tournament. It's very big. It's not actually a sign. It's more like of a video poster or video advertisement on the wall, and it has like a very big, muscled, scaly-looking alien. Same kind of skin Talavac has, but definitely a different race.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes, like, welcome to the third annual amateur Robo Bowl. You used to think Robo Bowl was only for robot jocks. Well, now it's for anyone. Come test your luck out fighting other amateurs in big robots. And this year, the winner gets the new NEHC 120 Shadow Combat Hover Cycle. Not even on the market yet. Try your luck. The Robo Bowl. And then it's showing this really pretty black hover cycle.
I just stand there and put my index finger and thumb to my chin and just and look at it and see where it's going to be held at.
It is. It's going to be held at the Naruni has a. I remember I mentioned this a session ago. They have kind of a gladiatorial ring, much like what the Splagorth have, except it's not violent. I guess it's not deadly. It's all simulated combat. So it's a gladiatorial ring where people have simulated weapons or simulated armor, or the most popular version is people are actually in simulated robots.
Mm-hmm.
And
so is that like power armor?
No, I mean gigantic robots.
Oh, okay, I got you. So I was kind of lost in what you were saying. It's
I get it. No. So 20, 30-foot tall robots, and they duke it out in these simulated robots. And basically what it is kind of like, has anyone ever seen that show Robot Wars?
Oh, well,
you're not actually you're not actually in the robot. The robots themselves are mostly just high-tech holograms that you're controlling from the outside, because the Naruni don't want to actually kill off their customers.
Like real steel.
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
And you see that this tournament in particular that's being held in a few days is a tournament, like there's two tournaments that go on. There's the annual Robo Bowl, which is where the professionals fight. And then this is kind of like a smaller thing to get everyone involved for those who have no robot combat experience, and it's actually one of the requirements to sign up. There is a smaller tournament where basically what they do is they take people that don't know what they're doing with robots, throw them in there, and see who's got the best natural talent for it.
I see.
And they also offer a nice shiny prize each year. You would be told by the Naruni representative that it's a big hit, and it's also very popular among many mercenary groups and militaries because it's a great way to look for new diamonds in the rough kind of thing.
Is there contact information? Is there somewhere I can talk to get some more details on this?
Of course,
Mhm.
the rep at the store says, actually, I'm a rep for the Robo Bowl. Any Naruni Enterprise rep could take care of it. What questions do you have?
What's the entrance fee?
The entrance fee is only 500 credits.
That's doable. And
The truth of the matter is, we make all of the money we need off of advertising and admittance fees alone.
I'm very interested in this. I would like to join.
Oh,
Mhm.
well, I am thrilled by your excitement. However, I take it you're not very experienced at fighting with robots, yes?
Well, it sounds fun, and it's for amateurs,
I
And it's-
understand.
and it's
Well,
a sweet prize.
Depending on what you choose to fight with, you need a crew of at least 2, sometimes up to 4.
All right. Well, I'll get back to you. And
If it helps, sir, I can show you more information on the prize. I do know that there are a lot of people joining this year just for that thing.
sure, I'd like to know everything I can so I can, tell my crewmates about this.
Of course, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 1 second. Well, I'll tell you what. Does everyone? Do you? I know you have Naruni Wave 2, right?
Me? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Everyone who has it, it's page 72. That'll save me copy pasting a large thing of text.
I was eyeing that up a while back too, so
Mhm.
I think we're on the same page here, literally.
The representative goes, so, sir, if you would come back with a group to pilot, and of course, none of you can have combat experience. We do use a brief, very shallow psychic examination to ensure that none of you are, of course, trained professional robot pilots.
One question.
Yes.
So, multiple crew for this, correct? One prize. Can you tell me how that doesn't work? Are there any consolations? I mean, or is it just something that we're just going to have to go over if we win?
Well, if you win, I'm sure your group can find a way to share the spoils. I'm sorry, sir, but we only have one of those on the market for sale right now. Or no, I'm sorry, not for sale, but for a prize.
And this is set. This is the policy, right?
Yes, sir. It is the policy.
Okay. I just wanted to make it worth it for my friends. That's all.
Well, if you were not interested in the hover cycle, you could, of course, sell it. I'm sure several people here would be willing to buy it for, oh gosh, I'd say at least 4 or 5 million credits, and your group could easily split that.
Well, that's just something for us to discuss. But thank you for the information, and I will definitely get back with you.
Of course. We look forward to seeing you again.
Okay, grab my stuff, and I'm gonna actually start heading for the ship so I can put my stuff up.
Okay. And yes, the shadow.
And that's
That
me
thing's
walking
awesome.
out the store. That's me.
All right, you walk out the store with your purchases.
Mhm.
All right, so to pull back a little bit more narratively,
Wait,
Heart.
hold
Oh yes, I'm sorry.
on.
Yes.
Xavier has a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Whenever you're ready, I actually thought of what my character would do. Who'd have thought?
I
Right?
am ready, sir.
So, I was thinking about this as far as this perspective goes. Although we've had a longish journey back from Siren, really the last significant experience Xavier's had is on a shitty, dusty, primitive, ass-backwards world. Xavier has millions of credits at his disposal with a ship that is already paid for. Xavier is going to really take in the more luxurious side of Center. He's going to go on a bit of a shopping spree. Going to buy some just really friggin' premium clothes. Something that fits his body like a glove and makes him look as sharp as can be. He's going to dine at the best, highest, and most exclusive restaurants that he can pay himself to be in. He's going to stay for those 4 days, and one of the in an extremely luxurious hotel. Order in all sorts of entertainment, both vertical and horizontal, ones might say. And finally, what he'd like to do is go to. There must be something the equivalent of a travel agent on Center, isn't there?
Yes, actually, in Gateland, there are many kinds of travel booths and travel agents, and
Perfect, perfect. And I would like to engage with an agent in one of those. I don't want to talk. Xavier can't work his charms on a friggin' terminal, although they're good for information. If there's the opportunity for a live agent, preferably of the female human persuasion, but I won't. Beggars won't be choosers.
yeah, I would say that if he is dedicated enough to search one out, because there's many competing travel agencies, so if he kind of pops his head in here and there, he can definitely do so until he finds a. Well, I'll say this. You find two female persuasions. The first one you find is not the most attractive, but it only takes you about 10 minutes to find. If you choose to keep looking, it's going to be about 30 minutes, but you can find a decently attractive redhead.
Listen, although I mean, it's okay. I'll go with the first one because
Okay.
I want someone, preferably of the female persuasion, so he can kind of work his charms, maybe get a good deal.
Mhm.
But Xavier isn't so vain, that he doesn't think someone who isn't as attractive doesn't have a good amount of information, right? So with respect to that, yeah, he'll go to the more plain-looking one, I guess you could say.
Okay.
Like it matters, yeah.
Right. And
Well, here's a big question. Well, here's a big
Sure.
question. Wait, before I engage with her in any way, he'll step back and keep an eye at this particular travel stall or travel, establishment. And is she working with other people, or is she by herself?
Give me a second. She is. There is another person there who sits behind her in another desk. He's dressed a little bit more. I hesitate to say nicely, professionally
Okay.
than she is.
And are there other clients or possible customers
No.
in this establishment? No.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, there goes that idea. Then, there's only one way to find out. Okay, Xavier will step on up to the lady, hopefully dressed in some of his best finery.
Can I?
Big gleaming scowl.
I would like to. Oh, sorry. I want to try something different and see how this works. Can
Okay.
you roll me a charm check first? I know, and usually what you say plays into it, and it still will. But I'm thinking, roll the charm check first. That way, as the
If I
conversation
could
plays out,
initially impress her.
yeah. Well,
I
that way
succeed
I
by
also
10.
know how to respond to what you say instead of making you roll in the middle of the conversation.
Okay.
All right. And that succeeded by 15, I think.
No, by 10.
Okay.
It's a 70% chance.
Okay, still a success. All right. Okay, so you walk up.
Oh, and Xavier, we don't have to roleplay all this, honestly. But Xavier will say, he'll explain that he just got back from a stressful work environment, and after some heated negotiations, he is looking for a place that himself and a few of his male friends could go and relax. And I want to know if she could suggest any places that are accessible from Center that don't require a ship to get to, although we are open to being on another transport vessel. That we'll have about 2 weeks to a month of time to ourselves, and we're looking for a place, and he's going to describe like the polar opposite of frickin' Siren, right? Lush, green, serene, with open, welcoming people.
Okay. She will go over several options with you, and she is a bit flirtatious as she does it. Like
Okay.
she
Yeah, I'll
hands the
work with that.
pamphlet over and brushes your hand, and then goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." And she's very talkative.
Okay.
She goes over several different resorts. There's beachside resorts. There's tropical forest resorts. There's hunting safaris. There is cold weather resorts, which is actually very popular for a lot of people.
I'm sure.
And eventually, she goes through them. And by the way, if any of those appeal to you, let me know. But she kind of
Well,
goes
the
through the
first two
list.
definitely do.
And she
The
goes,
first two, the beach and the tropical
got it.
forested.
Okay. She notices that you like those two, and then she pauses and she goes, this might seem like a putting the ox before the hover car, I believe is the saying, but what's your budget, Mr.
Assume I have no budget, Xavier will say with a smile.
And she looks you up and down, thought you'd say that. Might I
Mhm.
suggest Flanders Paradise then?
Flanders Paradise will tell me about it.
Surely you've heard of Flanders Paradise. It is the pleasure
Pretend I
planet.
don't.
Very well, sir. Flanders Paradise is one of the most beautiful planets in all of 3 galaxies. Its tropical zone, where most of the resorts are stationed, has purine crystal blue waters with absolutely no dangerous predators in the seas at all. They have been genetically bred out. But in its place, there have been colorful attractions and docile creatures that tourists can see. There is tours in their fabulous skyship to see the other parts of the world, including the breathtaking Arctic zones, where you can see the beautiful glaciers without actually having to suffer the discomfort of the cold within the flying ship. And Flanders Paradise is famous and known for being a one price fits all type of paradise vacation. You pay one fee up front, and then you don't spend another credit the entire time you're there, no matter what you choose to do.
Don't have to worry about tipping or any other sort of smaller transactions. It's all inclusive.
No, sir. And everything is inclusive. You can drink as much as you want, go on any excursions you want. The only thing is you would have to have reservations for the Skyship's mystery dinner party, but I think I could fit you and your group in.
So how's the food in this place?
Exquisite, sir. The food
Okay.
is brought in from the closest agricultural planets daily, which means that you won't eat a single dish that is more than 12 hours old.
Nice. Okay. All right. And now these resorts. I'm assuming your business, your business has some sort of deal with some of the resorts there.
Well, of course, we do take a small percentage, yes.
Of course. Okay.
Uh,
So then Xavier say, "Well, take me through some of the resorts, and we will just narratively
Mhm.
do that. You don't have to think of like 700 different resorts for me to pick from, right?"
right.
But suffice to say, to Xavier, money is no object, and he wants, as long as it's not more than his own millions and millions and millions of credits, like as long as it's not 20 million credits or something like that.
No.
Which it could be, yeah. But he'll go, no, he'll pick the nicest one.
Okay.
A lot of times means the most expensive one.
The nicest one and the most expensive one is a resort that is actually built a little ways into the ocean, where the penthouse rooms that you stay in are actually below water, so that the walls and the roof are like a giant sea aquarium. And it is just like everything else. It is 100% after you pay the initial fee. The bar, massages, spa treatments, everything is no credits.
And how do we get there? Is it via a rift?
It would be through one of the gates, yes, sir. And every there are 2 departures per day. You would be taken by a cruise liner through the beautiful tropical ocean to the resort. So from the very moment you step through the gate, your vacation has begun.
Excellent. And my last question is, what is the other clientele like? The other fellow tourists and the locals?
Well,
Are there any locals?
there are only staff locals. There is no indigenous population on this garden world. It's one of the
And Xavier gives a big smile at that. Good.
He says, she says, so everyone that is on that planet is there for the sole purpose of meeting your needs.
Xavier is not even going to confer with his friends. He's going to buy 4 tickets.
All right. It is 500,000 credits per ticket.
All right, that's a cool 2 mil.
And it is a 7-day, 7-night stay.
Beautiful. I'll ask if there's a possibility of extending another 7 days at some point.
She says, yes, of course. It would be the same cost again.
But we'll go with the 7 days for now, make sure we like it.
And she says, also, Mr. So I don't know what name you were using, so...
I'll use... give me a moment.
Sure.
What name and/or face would I use? No, he wants to be himself, so you know what? He'll be Xavier.
Okay.
Say Anderson.
She'll say Mr. Anderson.
Anderson.
Sorry.
He'll collect with it. He'll collect with a song.
Mr.
I even
Anderson.
unconsciously went into Smith with that. Mr. Anderson. Okay.
Yeah.
She'll say, Mr. Anderson, did you want me to reserve an evening on the skyship for you? It is the premier attraction. They call it Dinner and a Mystery. While you fly over the beautiful tundra below, you are treated to a luxury dinner and a bit of theater.
Sure.
I will go ahead and reserve 4 spots for you then.
All right.
And with that, yeah, you get the... Well, you don't actually get actual physical tickets. You just get a confirmation through your email. So you're good. You're booked. You know that everyone leaves in... I would say that it'd be safe to say that you would plan it out far enough so that everyone can get their shopping done first.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I wouldn't do it until at least 4 or 5 days afterwards, right? Or yeah, of course, yeah. Cool. And that's me.
All right.
How much, I want to take this from my personal funds. Would it be fair for you to give me a general estimate as to how much money that I'd have to spend to have 4 days of living the high life as I previously described?
Living the high life as you previously described would be about 20,000 credits.
Oh, that's not too bad at all. I can live the high life for a very long time.
Yeah, not to a high roller like you, but I mean, if you think about it, spending 20,000 credits in 4 days just on luxuries is
It's huge.
hard to do, actually.
Oh, yeah. But somehow Xavier managed to find a way.
Yeah, he's like, I'm reminded of that movie of Richard Pryor. I think he had to spend like so much money in 30 days.
Brewster's Millions.
Yes, there you go.
All right.
But Xavier found a way.
20,000, you said?
Yes, sir. 20,000 credits.
All right. Done. 14 million. 120,000. 147 galactic credits. All right.
All right. Oh, okay. And Talavac, I forgot to tell you, if you wanted to participate in the Robo Bowl, it is in exactly 13 days.
Okay. Oh, that's the event.
Yeah, the event, if you choose to partake in it, because you were asking for information on it.
Okay, well, that's a little longer than I expected, but we'll see what we can do.
Well, the representative would tell you that, of course, all big events need time to organize and draw hype.
Okay.
Hype train. Hype train's got fuel and something.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Lucas, Isaac, over the course of the 4 days, you guys are able to find what you've been looking for, including the that's not a staff, Piph.
It is plenty of staff.
It's not a staff.
You'll actually when anybody actually like he goes back to basically the group and generally goes like, I found what I got for like in 2 days. He's like, I found what I got. So are we good to go? And I'm assuming somebody's gonna be like, no, we need to do some more stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
And Lucas is gonna go, well, I'm just gonna look around and then go back into the warlock market for the next 2 days.
Alright. Don't get lost. Don't get eaten. Don't be kidnapped.
All right. Unless anyone wants to do anything, we can go ahead and skip the 4 days.
Skip. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Skip it.
Well, first things first, would Talavac talk to or try to convince any of the group, or is that a conversation that would have taken place at some point during those 4 days?
Oh, the minute I saw him, I would pull them together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll say the first time you're all 4 together in either on the ship or in a hotel of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And just for the sake of redundancy here, I'll just relay them.
Yeah.
The message. I'm like, hey man, it sounds fun. We could win a sweet bike, you know?
Xavier will give a bit of a smile. He said, I've had enough combat fun to last me about 7 lifetimes in between the freaking hunt and what we had to do on Siren. But if this is something that you want to do, and you can guarantee that we won't come in any physical harm, I'll come along.
No, we won't. We won't even be in the thing. We're going to be remotely controlling it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah, we won't feel a thing.
Mm-hmm. Xavier says, a little skeptical look in his eye, but he's like, okay, sure. If this is something you're really gung-ho for, it'll break up. I mean, I'm in between shopping sprees right now, so it'll break things up.
Yes, but what kind of robots?
Big robots,
I'm
20,
in.
30 feet tall.
What did he say?
He said, I'm in.
And there's all kinds of different types from what I hear, you know? And
I want the big one.
I think we can do that. I think we
Okay.
can do that. Yeah. Hey, you know what? I'll even let you pick it out.
Luke is nodding to himself quizzitively. Yes. What kind of robot would I like?
We think about that. It's going to be about 2 weeks from now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we can do this when we get back from vacay.
Well, we could.
Oh, by the way, I gotta sell tickets to a place called, what is it called? Flanders Paradise?
Yes, sir. Flanders Paradise.
Flanders Paradise. There you go, guys. You're welcome.
Wait, what? Booked us a planet?
Yep. Well, not the entire planet, but a really nice event. Apparently, it's the nicest place in the 3 galaxies. So I figured we deserve it. So I got us some tickets.
Flanders sounds like an old frumpy dude.
Well, we'll ask if you know what. When you get there, you'll ask to see if you can talk to Flanders, and maybe you'll find out for yourself.
So how long are we booked there for?
7 days. For now, we can go longer if we really like it. I've seen pictures. I've been given the whole song and dance. It looks pretty standard, and the best thing is that it's like pretty much the exact opposite of Siren, and I think we deserve the exact opposite of Siren, don't you?
Oh, you got the brochure? I mean, what kind of planet is it?
No, I got pictures, and Xavier. Oh yeah,
Oh,
Xavier
yeah.
would also replace his holographic,
Uh-huh.
his wrist-mounted holographic computer.
Mhm.
Need to do that.
Okay.
Anyways, but he'll show some pictures, holographic pictures of that.
It's very pictures of very pristine, serene Caribbean style beaches.
Ta-da!
Okay. Okay, so I'm
Hey,
basically
listen,
looking at.
I'm going. I got you guys tickets. You can come with me or you cannot. But I figured
no,
you'd
I'm
all like
going.
this. Okay, good, good. I'm just
Okay.
feeling a lot of pushback here from Talavac all of a sudden. I
No,
paid for it.
Listen to me for once, okay? I'm flattered. It's just a bit of a surprise. I mean, it's a bit. Well, I thought we were going to be doing this like as a group. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I appreciate it and stuff, but it just came on as a surprise. But yes, I would like to go. Yes, definitely.
Okay, great.
You know, you know,
Isaac,
you know.
Isaac,
Hmm?
is mommy and daddy fighting again?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Who's mommy
I
and
call
daddy?
Daddy.
I go over to Lucas. Say, Lucas, when we get back from vacation, you can pick up the robot, the one you want, okay?
Oh, hell yeah.
He's clearly the mother.
All right, I'm curious as a GM. Am I correct in assuming that for Lucas, he was in if the robots were either very large or very small?
No, he was just like, what kind of robots? And then he was just like, expecting just kind of like, oh man, like, they like fight or whatnot. Once he said big, Lucas was in.
That's all I need to know. So yeah, let's kick it. Let's enjoy vacation, and then we'll come back, and then we'll do that. Whatever we're gonna do. So, I'm down. Let's do it.
So, GM,
Mm-hmm.
for this vacation, I'm telling you right now, and this may come as a shock, the only thing that I am bringing
He's
is
a pair of shorts and a smile.
It's 10 guns.
no
Oh.
weapons. Only the fine clothes and jewelry and stuff that Isaac has.
Good, because
No weapons are allowed.
exactly no weapons are allowed.
Armor.
No body armor on their resort beaches. Thank
No
you
force
very
fields, no
much.
nothing.
No, correct.
No.
No magical items. Well, I'm not gonna say no magical items. No magical items of any
Offensive
power.
Yeah.
I will also make sure that all of those TV shows and movies are I'm leaving behind for Quicksilver and Hart.
Okay. Hart probably.
I love
won't-
how you have to entertain your stupid robot horse.
He's sentient. What?
Speaking of Talavac, at
Yeah.
some point before you guys go on vacation, after you decide that you are going to, Hart will pull you aside, probably covered in grease,
Mm-hmm.
and she'll say, "Boss,
Yeah.
I heard you guys are going on a vacation, which is fantastic. You guys need it. Unwind a little bit. One thing,
Yes.
I am not, and I repeat, boss, I am not feeding that plant."
How? No. This will work.
Get the horse to feed it.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I need to buy a trench coat or something, and I'm gonna keep him in one of the pockets, like a little baby bird. And I'm just gonna feed him through the pocket.
He is technically still small enough to do that, I suppose. You're gonna have to have a
Well,
pocket
he's
that's
not
big
a
enough.
weapon.
Yeah, you need a pocket big enough for a small to medium-sized flower pot, and yeah. And it's not. I will even say this. Talavac, roll me a D100, please.
Okay.
It's just a straight D100, no modifiers or anything like that.
Okay.
Okay. No one prevents you from bringing a plant. Whether they realize what kind of plant it is or not, no one sees plants as much of a problem.
Good. It's still a baby. It can't hurt anybody right now. But not bad.
Speed 6 days from now, and that thing just ate our concierge.
Nah,
All
it's
right.
gonna be a good while.
So, if you guys don't mind, let me take a quick break to go grab a drink, and then you
Sure.
guys can go be off to Flanders Paradise.
Good.
Oh boy.
Give me one moment.
I hope we meet Ruby
Almost
Rod.
as if I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all.
He's naked.
Stupid sexy
Excuse me,
Flanders.
sir. That is Floston Paradise? Completely.
No. Talk
No,
about
me-
Flanders.
I was talking to
Simpson.
Inferno. Yeah.
He was talking to me because I was saying I hope we meet Ruby Rod. You know, Chris Tucker
Okay.
Has
who's
no
screams in that movie.
creative inspiration whatsoever.
Of course not.
Want all the positions.
Don't want just one position. I want all positions. You know, he is a hilarious and also incredibly annoying character.
Yeah.
I'm half and half between. I'm like, oh, I hate him and I love him. He's so annoying.
I
He's
like
really
how
cool.
the movie knows he's annoying, and he's not too annoying that he's like overly. It spills over to actually being annoying.
Yeah.
He's pretty fucking annoying to me.
It all depends on the personality, I guess. Robin Dallas.
He seems more silly than annoying. I think that's what I pick from it.
Corbin Dallas multipass. Chicken.
I need to watch
Good.
this again.
Chicken. Me too.
I love that
It's a
damn
good
movie.
movie. I think my favorite thing about that movie is that it really paints an entire galaxy in like 2 hours. It's amazing.
Yeah. And a society as well.
Exactly. It does just an excellent job. What a great fucking movie.
And you can't go wrong with Gary Oldman in anything.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Zorg. Emmanuel. Zorg. Yeah.
We are so off topic.
Who cares?
I know.
Squee's in here. He's not going to
Oh,
stop
great.
us.
Fine, relax.
No, we must talk about everything all the time. We must talk about that plan all the time.
You know what's funny?
So is it like Little Shop of Horrors Carnivore Plant?
Well, that's the only thing I can really think of because I tried to look at some images online, and I really couldn't. I really couldn't find anything that really fit. You know, so
You don't have to like prick the end of your finger and have it feed on it, do you?
no, I'll do that to somebody else's finger.
You're not
Wow.
doing that to my
Yeah.
fucking finger. You're gonna be down one less plant and one more fist in your face.
Oh, I didn't say any of you guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just,
Oh, okay. Try
Yeah.
not to get kicked out of Paradise Place. We spent 2 million credits.
Yeah. In the future, if we have to interrogate anybody,
I'll just buy a hamster or something.
The
Why-
hamsters on this planet are sentient. No, don't.
Jesus.
I'll
Welcome
pay-
back, Squee.
Why do I get the feeling like by the end of the vacation, feed me Talavac?
Feed me, Talabac!
This thing starts singing. I am out of here.
Gosh, sure looks like plant food to me.
What's his name? What's his name?
You know, I should
Rick Moranis.
actually,
Yes.
in
if
all
Rick
seriousness-
Moranis comes around.
Yeah.
in all seriousness, actually, Lucas and Xavier, roll me a Galaxy lore check.
Okay. Uh-oh. We're gonna find out about that critter. Galactic alien lore. Ooh, I got 65% on that shit now? Yay. I fail.
Okay. Xavier, you've never heard of this plant before. Lucas, you remember either maybe coming across one in your travels or reading about it. These things, it takes a few years, but these things can get up to be about 6 feet tall, and you're quite sure you remember that they can move on their own.
Yeah.
I
Like
need
they
a
can
little-
they can uproot themselves for a period of time.
That's
And-
it. I need a leash. I need to get a leash.
Oh my
I need to get
God.
I need a leash, so I can walk my little chihuahua.
You need to house train
This-
that.
I don't think chihuahuas get 6 feet tall.
Yeah,
I
but
could
I like
be
to take
wrong.
him for a walk.
You need to learn to meet more chihuahuas.
Okay, hey, I'm gonna do that. I gotta get a leash, and I'm gonna walk him whenever I can, and let him pick up anything he wants to eat along the way.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, leashes are easy to find. You might need to pay an extra 20 credits or so for them to customize it to fit on a
Oh.
plant.
You know, it just has to be like a little pocket watch chain. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. It'd be
Okay.
like just mark 30 credits off.
30 credits. All right, I want his name on it. No, I'm just kidding.
What are you gonna name it?
I have a name for it already.
What is it?
It's Novera. It's a play on the word Terra Nova.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't think Lucas is really gonna bring this up. He's more just giggling to himself, like, "Oh, he he bought an interesting plant. This is gonna get fun."
And it's a great time for us to bond because we're going to be in a safe place. Yeah.
Well, I'm probably so used to listening Lucas giggle to himself. It probably means nothing. He giggles to himself all the time. If I say fractal, he giggles. Right, Lucas? Fractal. Yeah, sure.
It's a fun
right.
pterodactyl.
So, after 4 or 5 days. I just got that.
Wait, what?
It's like a fun pterodactyl. Fractal.
Ah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
So, after about 5 days, that you guys have been on center, you've actually been on center for about 6 or 7, for about a week now, and you arrive at Gate World. I do need to know. Now, it does say on the brochure that you are not to bring any weapons of any kind. That no armor. Now, there is some clothing that you guys have probably seen in the shops that you may already own that is SDC clothing in the sense that it's normal clothing but kind of made to provide some protection.
Mhm.
This kind of clothing will not be barred since it is technically just clothing. But knives, guns, etc. are not allowed. Armor is not allowed, and magical items of middle to great power would not be allowed. And Lucas, if you need more clarification on like what you have, let me know and I will tell you.
The only question is the ring that he wears around his wrist, the showering hula hoop that changes clothes.
All right, the black leather wrist brace thing.
No, the thing that I got a while back that changes clothes.
Oh, the hula hoop thing. Yes,
Yeah.
that's fine. That's a very small magical item.
He's also going to ask about a spell scroll.
Yeah, and I know what you're saying. A spell scroll will be allowed. However, just keep in mind, a spell scroll is allowed because they can't stop you from casting spells. Just know that it is against the law to cast any magical spell that could physically harm another. Unless it is in self-defense.
Of course. It seems to be a spell that it's actually it kind of looks like a spell that allows people, like, if it actually nobody knows spells here, so never
I do.
mind.
I know all.
Let's just say it looks like a normal spell scroll at this point.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so does anyone want to bring anything of interest? Anything that like we can rectify most stuff, but is there anything of note that you want to? I am bringing this.
Yes.
Like Talivac's plant.
Yeah.
You go first, Lucas. Yeah.
Lucas would like to bring his flutes and his keytar.
Okay.
I would like to bring my Galactic scanner and my master lockpick set, which is inconspicuous. It looks like a lighter or something. It doesn't say magic lock. It doesn't say master lockpick set.
It doesn't look like a lighter. It looks like a kit of tools in a leather satchel.
Are they gonna pat me down for that?
You are going to go through security. Do you have the concealment skill?
Yeah.
Would you like to try and sneak this past security?
I would.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna do this. So I could help you, but that's okay.
That's okay. Hold on a second. Let me go and let's see.
Well, since we're handling this more narratively, though, would Talavac request help from Xavier, the smuggler?
Okay, given the option, I'll ask Xavier. Say, okay.
Well, yeah, because this is a narrative
Yeah,
form. I'm not.
okay.
We're not. Yeah. So.
All right. I'll kind of
Okay.
nudge you. I'm like, think you can help me get this across the border?
Sure, Xavier says. Although you're not going to. Let me give you rule 1 of smuggling. All right.
Uh-huh.
Don't go through a checkpoint unless you absolutely have to. It's best to go around a checkpoint or to have someone else go around for you. What's their policy on pets? What's their policy on pets to go to Flanders Paradise?
Considering that the clientele is a very rich variety, there are always a plethora of small, fluffy, needed therapy pets. So pets are allowed as long as they are small in nature, as in beagle size or smaller, and are in a proper pet carrier.
Xavier gives a smile and he says, for example, I suggest that we have, probably you, since it should be under your name, since you should still take the risk, I suggest we get yourself a nice little pet. You know, someplace, a little fancy frou-frou thing. And, well, I can use my connections. We can find ourselves, a cyber doc, or a doc that doesn't ask too many questions. They can place your items inside of this animal, and it will go pass through, and you won't be patted down or anything like that.
Okay. Now, what about the animal when we're inside?
Yeah, then you would have to have it be retrieved, which is a little bit trickier. Okay. Xavier says, and he waves it. Okay, let's put that away, because we don't want to go on a vacation and kill some poor, like, space dog or something like that. That's not good. Okay. All right, another way to go around. Wait a second. Employees. All right? So, I have a contact already. Oh, wait. What's going on here? I'll buy a gerbil. Stupid gerbils. No, I don't think it'll fit in a gerbil. So, like, how big is this thing? This is why I need to know dimensions.
I don't know, Mr.
All right,
GM.
give me 1 second. Yeah, so it's a master lockpicking set which has normal lockpicking tools for normal tumbler locks and a small like security or reader card with a very small computer and wire attached to it. Hang on. Let me find a quick picture.
I'm thinking like maybe like a pack of playing cards or something, you know?
That's kind of close. I will actually, yes, this is a good representation of it. Think like this big. Okay, hang on. Let me try and get you. Wow. Okay, Sears. I'm not gonna use your picture after all. Yeah, here we go.
Sears? I didn't know Sears sold spy gear.
It's not quite spy gear, but this is kind of the what you'd be looking at. This kind of size of a little fold-up pack with items in it.
Oh, okay. It's like a little
Wait,
leather.
this isn't a weapon. Why are we even worrying about this?
Yeah.
Well, it's not a weapon, but they are lockpicks. And anyone who looks in them any security officer who looks in them could clearly denote that these are lockpicks.
They're from my cybernetics. I got loose screws, man. I gotta do self-maintenance.
I will tell you this. Security, if you just try and walk through with them, will not allow them because why would you be bringing lockpicks to a resort? It's too suspicious. Now,
Okay.
doesn't mean that you guys can't find ways.
Yeah, okay. So, let's see here. Let's think here for a moment.
I'm thinking if I can take them out and just place them randomly on me, then they wouldn't be able to find them all at one time. You know, they'd kind of like they'd be too scattered out around me. No, okay.
I wouldn't recommend that because here's the idea. That's more surface area on your person. If they find one, then that's you're increasing the chances of them finding it. frankly.
Yeah.
You know, if you're gonna spread it out, you need to spread it around amongst a bunch of group of people. But like I said, that's like when we had to do those, getting through that security gate with those elementium powder. We had to do that because we were forced to. You know, we didn't have time to plan, and it was a part of the test, right? And if you recall, we made someone else do it for us just in case the shit hit the fan.
Okay, look, I tell you what. I'm just going to leave it to make things simple, but I do have an idea in the future for it.
No. Give it to me. I'll smuggle it across then. This is a matter of friggin' pride now.
All right, I'll hand it to you.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Squee, I myself personally am not a smuggler.
Right.
I can come up with some ideas,
So
right? But we're going to need my character to do some skill checks or to do something that I just can't do. Make sense?
Yes. My thought was we can handle this two ways. I'll give you the option. You can make it like a mini skill challenge, or you can describe what you want Xavier to do, and I will make you roll with a modifier bonus in your favor depending on how logical, well thought out, and good the Xavier's plan is, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yep. Great. So I'll go with the second idea. All right, because I do want to create some sort of plan. You know, it's just the details that might get hazy, right? Just like when you do Al does a medical check, right? Like I don't know everything about friggin' surgery. You don't know everything about surgery, right? But you do a skill check to see if it happens, right? But you still have a general idea. So this is my general idea, all right? I already have some sort of contact, someone who's already flirting with me, the travel agent, right? I'm going to probably go back to her. Begin by talking about a few other general questions, what to expect. And then I'm going to take her aside a little bit and confide in her a little bit. I'm going to explain to her that I have some completely legal, but private materials I like to go through. And Xavier's going to play very coy in regards to this. He's not going to say exactly what it is, but later on in the conversation, especially if she asks, he'll quote unquote break down and explain it to her. I mentioned to her before that we were at a very high risk job, and our group of 4 was really a group of 5, and that person had perished, died. And we have their remains with us, brought down in ashes, but they want us to spread those ashes across the most beautiful place, in the galaxy. Now, I'm not too sure if this is permitted, but it would be very embarrassing if I went through the checkpoint and they asked me all these questions about this small container that I'm taking with me. Is there any way is there another way to transport luggage that doesn't require going through that particular checkpoint, or can you think of anything to kind of help me out of this situation, please?
Roll me one more charm check, but make it easier by 20 because you've already kind of charmed her once.
Sure. So easier by 20, so minus 20. I succeed by a ton. By 67.
Jesus, this one wants to jump you.
You basically rolled a 3. Okay. Okay, now I got to think of something better. Give me a second.
Sure.
She is in tears, not like bawling, but you can see her eyes are misty and her lip quivers a bit as you tell the story, and she reaches out and touches your wrist and says, I'm so sorry for your loss.
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, everyone, it happens to everyone. I'm just glad I can kind of do this to help them, to kind of put an end to that chapter.
She nods and she looks around and sees that there's no one in the room at the moment, and she goes, well, there is a way. See, Flanders Paradise gets a lot of the very important and influential, and even, dare I say, some ambassadors. Um, and of course, with the three galaxies being as big as it is, who can keep track of all the ambassadors here and there? Well, ambassadors are allowed to carry with them what is called an official ambassadorial pouch, which is not allowed to be opened or stopped by any customs. It is not unheard of for ambassadors to bring such pouches to Flanders Paradise. It's very important items that they must keep with them that they don't want known to the world, if you know what I mean. Look, it would be highly irregular and a little risky, but I just feel so bad for your friend.
I just don't want to be embarrassed, you know?
I
mean,
understand.
this is what's left of my friend.
I could modify the reservations of you or one of your friends to be, an ambassador from a small planet that's out of the way, and who would be the wiser, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'll make it for myself. I mean, it's my friend, my burden to carry. And the worst comes to worst, if they find it, I'll have to explain it. But I really do appreciate you helping me out on this a lot.
Of course.
What are your plans for dinner?
He kind of like slaps you on the arm. Oh, stop! I'm free at 7.
Okay.
She says
So I
oh
just said,
stop,
yeah.
and then like as if thinking maybe she would think you were serious. Like, oh no, maybe thinking you would think she's serious. She says she's free at 7.
Good.
So she says, so Mr. Anderson, do you, off the top of your head, know any small, out of the way, maybe backwater planets that you could say you're an ambassador from?
Certainly. It's probably best to have a name that reflects that too, yes?
Yes.
And Xavier, I would like to do. I don't want to use Siren. I do not want to use Siren. That shitty place doesn't belong there. But can I just make one up yeah?
You can.
How
Xavier's
about,
been around enough to know.
Kaldari.
So, Mr. Xavier Anderson, ambassador of Kaldari,
Maybe not Xavier Anderson.
Oh.
Xavier says. How about I know. There's a fun. Oh, and actually, wait, no. Xavier won't say this with a happy smile on his face. He'll think for a moment and says, "You know what? Since we're doing this together and you help me out, perhaps I'll use my old friend's name, Terry Caldwell."
Terry Caldwell. Oh, of course.
Caldwell. Ambassador, and that's one of my fake IDs. He's the African American face, so he's now going to be the ambassador to. What did I say? Kaldari.
Kaldari. I already wrote it down.
Kaldari. Yeah,
Kaldari.
Kaldari.
She nods and she writes it down. She says, "I will make sure the reservations are changed." And she gets a little smile. In my experience, if you dress very flamboyantly and you act very entitled, well, let's just say I have yet to meet an ambassador that doesn't fit that description.
I understand. Well, thank you very much for the tip, and I'll see you at 7. Blah 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 blah.
She nods, and then she's like, one last thing. She goes, though I should point out, you'll have to remember that you are this ambassador of Kaldari for the entire stay, but I'm sure you understand.
Of course.
Oh,
That's fine. I'm there to enjoy, and perhaps it'll be fun. I'll take a vacation away from myself as well.
She nods, and so you guys have dinner, and other stuff happens, etc., etc. So she gives you an ambassadorial pouch, which is a pouch about the size of a laptop carrying case.
Great.
And
Fantastic.
it's
That's
made out
more
of
than
leather. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. I think we can go through now.
And before I forget, the pouch needs to be returned to her when you get back.
Sure,
She
of
says
course.
so. That's what she says. Okay. So.
Oh, I think I'm gonna keep it. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll give it back. Maybe I won't. Maybe Ambassador Terry Caldwell will. Yeah. Perfect. I'm gonna have to remember to, because I have identification, identify him as Terry Caldwell.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I might, when we get back, I'll have to go back to my friend and make some changes to that ID to make it really official. This is gonna be awesome. I'm glad I left a couple blank faces with IDs on them, because this is handy.
So, quick question for Xavier, and I suppose Talavac, since Talavac would obviously be in on this, if not everyone else.
Mhm.
Is there anything else anyone wants to put in said ambassadorial pouch? Just to let you know, anything magical can still be sensed. So.
Let me have a look here. Let's see.
Mr. Give Up. Never mind, I won't do that. Now look at this. Don't tell a smuggler to give up. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Let's see here.
I just look at you and kind of give you a look like, yeah, well, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck you.
I could probably put a little Walter BP style pistol in there, though. But that would be pushing it. Xavier doesn't need to bring a weapon. No one else is going to, so.
Yeah, Isaac isn't bringing anything unless... Squee, is there anything on that list that I put in there that is bad?
Yeah, let me take a better look. I watch a bunch of music. Yeah, the music, no. No, yeah, high quality clothing? What do you think this is? Elite clientele? No,
Yeah.
nothing on there is yeah, well, World of Warcraft can't come. Other than that, everything's good.
No. WoW. The WoW was.
I know.
Yeah.
What was the WoW for?
For the hey, we have
The remains.
the remains of a person. You want to
Yeah,
spread-
what can I say? I can spin a good tale.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
Yeah, I'm good.
I don't. If you ask like anything secret, and Lucas is like,
Mhm.
if I wanted to bring something, I want to show it off.
Yeah, well, it's Talavac's idea. I mean, I'm just doing the job, Xavier says with a smile. So, before we go on vacation, then, of course, I'm going to switch my face to the Terry Caldwell face. Very round, African American as far as, pigmentation goes. And she says, I'm going to dress in one of my really nice suits, but she suggested flamboyant. So I'm going to wear white gloves on my hands, and I'm going to have a bright orange sash wrapped around my head with, like, the tail of it, like, flinging off to one side, almost like it's like a hairdo.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll be that.
Okay. So, you guys, on the morning of, you approach the gate. None of you are bringing anything that would give you any hassles at the security gate. Out of curiosity, well,
Yes.
here's a question. Inferno, we can roleplay this if you want, or we could do it narratively, and you could just say, I'm curious to know how Xavier is acting.
Acting? Sure. Well, he'll definitely take the advice from the professional, from his informant, for lack of a better word, and he'll act with his chin up high. He'll look around at his others, like his even fellow party members, with derision. If there's any sort of hold up or line, he'll give a sigh and say, unacceptable, completely unacceptable. And like mutter to himself and look at his watch and clear his throat and look at everyone in the eye like he knows he's hot shit and everyone else is just doing their job.
Okay.
Jim. Jim.
Yes.
When Xavier's not looking, Lucas is going to be mimicking his motions.
Just behind you.
The security guards seem to be trying to hide smiles when you go through.
That's fine. I'm the one. I am the ambassador. They can smile all they want with their minimum wage jobs.
Oh, there should be a saved whether or not I start laughing or not.
One of them actually snorts a little bit at one point. Can everyone roll me a d20, please?
Okay. Oh, that's 120.
Roll
That
20.
one-
No, hold on. Give me a second.
That is the best critical ever.
I did.
You just rolled 20. I love this. We fail at this. I rolled 120.
There we go.
And he just rolled 20.
It's been a while.
Okay. Alright, so Lucas,
Yes.
as you are standing there mimicking Xavier when he's not looking, you guys will all of you notice that you are in a line to go through this gate. It is the elite of the elite. There are a lot of people here dressed like Thraxis was. Very fine clothing. Some of
Like
them
how I am right now. Mm.
So some of them have even like the very curly, put up, proper prim hair. Some of them might even be wearing wigs. It's hard to tell, but this is high society. Lucas, at some point when you're going through the line mimicking Xavier, you are standing beside at some point a lady with very like a beehive of white curly hair. She's very pale. She has a beauty mark on her right cheek. She's very short and very, very plump. But she carries the plumpness well. And she looks like she's wearing way too much makeup. She's wearing a ballroom gown, like that kind of spreads outwards. And in her hands is cupped a very small animal that has white curly fur. It looks like a ball with eyes and a mouth and a little black nose, but you can't tell any tail or legs or anything of that kind. It's just sitting in the crook of her arm. Mm-hmm. And whether she was already in a conversation and just moved next to you or whatever happens, but the moment you notice she's there, she's already talking to you like this. Anyway, the prices of trade goods these days are completely stressing me out, so I told Petrol we're going to Flanders Paradise again. Obviously, I've been there several times, and, you know, it's okay, but, you know, in these times and days, you know. And then she just looks at you expectantly.
Oh, I know what you mean.
She goes, of course, Baroness Lil, and she like puts her hand out with that limp wrist, like for you to kiss it.
Lucas, the pleasure is mine, as he bends down to kiss him.
She nods, and then she holds out the white furry ball, looking at you expectantly.
He will carry it.
Take it from her. She starts hitting you in the shoulder with a fan, saying, "Don't take it from me! Give it back!"
I'm sorry for the misunderstanding, my lady.
Seriously. And she like takes the ball back and puts it in her hand and goes, "It's okay, baby. He didn't hurt you, did he?" Well, I know I'm always told that foreigners are strange. Where exactly do you hail from?
Oh, from a moon. You probably haven't heard of it.
Oh, well, then it must not be that important. Anyway, so as I was telling my friend, and like, I'm just going to go this way. Lucas, she is not going to stop. You will go, unless you do something, you will go through this line, go through the gate, go on to what happens next, all the way till you get to the resort. And I will describe more stuff, but until Lucas decides to do something, this woman is going to chatter.
Lucas is actually going to keep in conversation with her. Lucas is not going to stop.
Okay. Can you roll me a charm check, please?
Oh
Oh,
boy.
this ought to be nice.
Wow.
Whoa!
Let me tell you exactly how much I succeeded by, if you would like to know the exact number. Oh, 64. There you go.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
So,
54. There we go.
okay. So the rest of the group, you may not notice this immediately. It's up to you, like when your character exactly notices this. But at some point, this lady is standing next to Lucas and talking, and it seems like they're in a conversation that you might not have known how it started. And by the time you guys get through the gate, you all step through the gate, through the line, and you step onto a wooden platform. And you notice that this wooden platform is the top balcony of what looks to be a very nice cruise liner. You're in crystal blue ocean water that is very clear and looks like you can see down many, many feet before it becomes too blue to see. You can even see fish swimming near the top. And on this cruise liner, there's balconies and railings for you to look at the world around you. There's chairs of luxurious padding to sit down upon. There's already attendants walking around with trays of assorted treats and drinks, things like that. By the time you guys walk out through the gate onto this, you notice that Lucas walks out. The girl that's been chatting next to him seems enthralled with him and is trying to slip her arm around his elbow. like
Wow.
he's leading her.
You
like a
animal
gentleman.
man.
You should have pulled a bullseye and like ricocheted a peanut down her throat.
Well, I didn't actually cover this, guys. But for the chat and everyone knows, Levine is actually still recovering from getting her leg attached, her biomechanical leg, because it's not a pleasant
Really?
procedure. Yeah. So she's resting in a hospital, actually, but like an outpatient hospital. Wait, that makes no sense.
You know.
Outpatients, you don't stay at an outpatient hospital.
It's a hospital.
You know what I mean. Yeah, so she's recovering.
Recovery room. Yeah.
Like the TV shows.
Like the TV show. So she's going to. Will Lucas let this happen? Like, you understand what I'm saying, right? Like, if you were taking someone to a prom, you link elbows, kind of thing.
Right. No, Lucas would do such things. He would play along.
She seems okay. She's not enthralled with you. She is enthralled that you seem so enthralled by her.
Right. It is more of like a she's not infatuated with me. She thinks that I have become smitten with her, and she's just so absolutely adored by the thought.
Yes, absolutely. So Baroness Lil is linking elbows with Lucas. And the rest of the group, for the rest of the group, this is very sudden and surprising, I would think. But as far as you know, like I said, you noticed it at different times. Maybe you didn't notice it until you went through the gate. But at some point, these two are linked in elbows and in conversation as if they are incredibly close friends. And Lucas, she's talking about nothing really. The woes of the life of luxury.
Right. Lucas would every once in a while spin the conversation back to her ball, saying how quite a breed it is, and
You will find out that it is its name is okay. The thing is, she says its name, and it sounds like Fun.
Right.
And just like that, every time she says it, it's really hard to understand exactly what she's saying.
Right.
It's like starts with an F. You're pretty sure on that, and then from there it's kind of something,
Right.
Fun. You find out that it is called a Tek, T-E-K.
Mhm.
It is a little creature that has no arms or limbs or legs, but uses its small telekinetic powers to actually move itself around.
Oh, fantastic.
So, you are all on a luxury liner. The luxury liner begins to move through the waters at a very pleasant pace. You're all offered refreshments, alcoholic, non-alcoholic, light food like small finger foods, and all of it, of course, is just offered. And they request if they ask if you need anything. It's about an hour ride.
Yes, I would like a rare steak and your finest fish.
Of course, sir.
Mm-hmm.
The attendant immediately goes below deck, and within about 5 minutes, you have a rare steak and fine fish.
Okay, and I'm gonna feed her, and I'm gonna eat too, and we're gonna have a nice little lunch together.
You notice?
Oh.
Okay, so I'm curious.
Uh-huh.
Feeding her, is this
Yeah.
like man opens trench coat, slips food inside, or she's like sitting on the table and you're like feeding it to her in plain view?
Oh, I take her out and put her right next to my plate.
For
I
the
just
record,
cut
I'm not sitting next to Talavac
And
at
I'm
all.
cutting up the steak for her, and I'm like, oh, you're gonna like this. It's really good. It's really good. Hey, listen. Okay, look, you're gonna like this.
Anyone who's close to Talavek when this happens, you could swear you heard soft cooing noises coming from the plant.
Oh, who's hungry? Who's hungry? I have just turned into a total wuss right now over this thing.
It is apparent that Xavier is not the only person who is not sitting near Talavak or what's going on and kind of shy away with the whole "can you believe" kind of thing. The clientele around you is, like I said, they're acting very elite, very prim, very proper, but not going near Talavak. You guys are the skies are crystal blue with white fluffy clouds, and the temperature seems to be right around 72, 71 degrees, which is Inferno. What's room temperature in Celsius?
Like about 12 to 15 degrees.
Okay, imagine maybe 1 degree lower than that. So like the everything's comfortable. The breeze is just a little cool, cool and refreshing. So yeah, it's about an hour trip, and anything that you guys need is met, including full dinners, alcoholic beverages, drinks of any kind, etc.
Okay.
Cool.
And then after the hour-long ride, you guys arrive at the resort.
Woohoo!
The top is what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
It is a beautiful paradise hotel that has a ring of beaches around it for those who want to get the feel of an authentic beach. It has a bridge that goes to the mainland, and the hotel has several levels of penthouses that go up, but the most exquisite ones, and the ones that you guys were booked, is the type of rooms that is just below it. Your hotel rooms are actually below the sea line and have exquisite views of the underwater reef.
That's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
As you approach, as you're approaching the reservation, of course, one of the attendants, they're all wearing white, kind of sailor-type uniforms, and one of them gets up with a microphone and begins to talk about the features of Flanders Paradise. Of course, he goes on to reiterate that everything is free. There are free massages at any time of day, free saunas, free skin treatments, free basically any sort of pedicure, manicure thing you can think of. The food, there are 60, I say again, 60 different restaurants with different types of foods from all over the galaxies that are all free.
Yes, to all of them.
Yeah. And that's only of course, there's also dance clubs and bars and theaters for entertainment, and that's only the things inside the hotel. Outside the hotel, they have what they call excursions, which are adventures for those who want to see the world. Of course, they have the beaches that ring the hotel, and if you look right down below your room, that is a representative of what it looks like. They have hammocks and beach chairs, and the sand is genetically engineered, not genetically, but it's engineered to clump slightly to make sandcastle building easy for the kids. Everything is tailored to just that. There's also diving excursions. There is spearfishing excursions, which is the picture next to the room. You're actually taken to these very native-looking huts that you go inside and you can get spears, and you actually go into knee-deep water and try and your hand at spearfishing and things like that. And then, of course, he also mentions the Skyliner, which is their most elite attraction, which you guys have all been reserved for, which will take place in 4 days. And it is a half-a-day excursion where you fly in the Skyliner to the tundras, the Arctic areas of this planet, and that there will be interactive theater for dinner that evening. And as they finish explaining it, they pull in, and everyone disembarks, and you guys are told where your rooms are, asked if you need anything, and then left to your own devices.
Okay, I have a question. Did we have separate rooms, or just like one of those big giant suites?
Everyone has their own room.
Oh, okay. All right.
However, they are interconnected. So the 4 rooms have, so basically, think 4 rooms in a row, each with a door to the outside and a door to each room that can be closed and locked.
Okay, so we're like adjacent to each other.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Well, unpack the little stuff that I have, make sure she's in a comfortable spot, and I want to go swimming. I haven't done that in a long time.
Before you go swimming, Xavier will knock on your room as Terry Caldwell.
I open up the door. Oh, God, you freaked me out with that. What do you want?
What do I want? What do I want? Xavier says. A thank you would be nice, he says, as he opens up the diplomacy pouch, the ambassadorial pouch, and hands the lockpick set to Talavac.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
So here's the deal.
Mm-hmm.
You use that we're on vacation, and you get caught. We have no idea who you are. If you use it and you're successful, and you want to bring something back, come and find me, and I'll put it in this little magic pouch that no one ever searches, because, don't you know, I am Ambassador Terry Caldwell of Caldari.
Right. Okay, well, look, I can assure you that I won't be doing this for fun, okay? This is an emergencies only.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, Talavac, Xavier will say.
Okay.
As,
I'm serious. No, I'm serious.
Uh-huh.
This is for emergencies only.
Sure. Yep. Xavier says, completely
All
not
right.
convinced.
Well, I'm gonna get down. I'm gonna get down into my shorts or swim trunks.
Okay, well, you do that. I'm going to leave.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go hit the deepest water, and I'm gonna go straight to the bottom, and I'm just gonna lay on the bottom and just relax.
All right. Well, 2 questions for you. One, are you swimming in a pool, because there are many of them, or are you swimming in the ocean itself?
I would like to check them both out and see which one looks the best to do.
Okay, well, the pools, they have an actual indoor water park that has everything. I'm sure everyone's familiar with like Wet and Wilds, and I don't know what other water parks in your area would be called, but water slides, roaring rapids, wave pools. They have several different pools that are meant for actual swimming. They have lanes. They have what they call deep ocean pools, which are clean water pools within the hotel itself that are to give the impression of the sea, where it's fresh water, but the bottom of it looks like a coral reef, and there are tropical fish in it. It's for like kids or other people who are like they don't want to actually go to the ocean itself. They want the simulated version.
Oh, well, I don't want the simulated version. I want the real thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You of course there's plenty of places to go swimming. You basically just have to go to any of the docks. If you see in the picture, you see little things that jet out like this. These are long docks. They almost look like piers.
Right.
And you can just walk down any of them. The entire place is free to swim. They suggest that you don't go swimming in the spearfishing area. And to stay away from any boats and cruise liners, but other than that, you should be fine. And they give you they attach like a bracelet around your wrist that it monitors your body, and if your body starts to get starved of oxygen, it will immediately call for help.
I just look at it, and I look at them like, I really have no need for this, but I understand its policy. I get in the water, concentrate, and gills start to appear on my neck, and they flex a little, and then I just go under the water, let out all the air, adjust to the water, and just go and swim straight down.
Okay. You see a wide variety of colorful fish, probably more variety of fish than you'd be used to seeing on any one planet. They come in all shapes and sizes. There's some that are twice the size of you. There's some that are tiny. None of them look threatening, like there's no fish with teeth. Nothing like that. It is just pure tropical Caribbean sea paradise.
All right, I'm just going to go to the bottom and look around the rocks, and I'm just going to enjoy the water and the warmth. It's something because I've been cooped up in spaceships and shitty planets and space stations. I want to enjoy nature for once, you know?
You notice that there's no silt or anything of the kind. There are, of course, corals and rocks and the like, but somehow, through technology or other means, there's no sediment of any kind. And you being a water creature would know that the more sediment that's in the water, the harder, the less pretty it is. An interesting thing to note, and Talavek, you would know this kind of thing. The reason why, say, the Gulf of Mexico is so muddy and ugly and the Caribbean is so pretty is because the water is so dead. There's no algae, there's no settlement, there's nothing to muck up the water. And you'll notice here that it's too pristine. Something moderates this to make sure there is no sediment or algae or anything that could hinder the pristineness of the water.
All right. Well, first thought is that this whole thing is probably fabricated. This whole thing is probably just to simulate the open ocean, you know, or it could be just one gigantic fish tank. Those are my thoughts, but I'm not going to let that bother me. I'm just going to enjoy my time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there is no schedule, so you can do as much as you want. I should point out, Lucas, at some point in time, Baroness Lil would casually unhook elbows with you and then go off towards her room, still talking, and then open the door and close the door, and you still hear talking on the other side.
Lucas will stand there for a little bit, seeing where the conversation goes.
It's hard to hear. It's only very muffled. These rooms seem to be fairly soundproof. You can hear through the door that she is talking, but you don't have any sort of advanced hearing, do you? Yeah, so it's difficult to make out what she's saying. It's like penis.
Oh, for a second I thought you said penis, and I'm like, what? Why?
Um, he's going to stand there for a little bit and go, huh, and then leave.
All right. Xavier, Lucas, Isaac, what do you guys want? Talavac, we know what Talavac's doing for at least the first half day or so that you guys are here.
Do you want to go first, Inferno?
No, you go ahead.
All right. Isaac is going to get settled, get into his room, unpack everything, hang things up, and all of that, so that his suits don't get wrinkled, all that stuff. Then he's gonna put on a pair of swim trunks and go to the indoor pool, see if there's a bar, have a drink, and just lounge around.
There's several bars. There's bars beside the pool. There's bars in the pool. There's bars that you actually swim down to the bottom and kind of swim through a little tunnel into an underwater bar. This is actually in the simulated sea.
They actually have that over here at one of the hotels where
What?
you actually swim down. Yeah,
I'm going to Hawaii.
it's nice. But no, he'll grab something to drink and find a lounge chair and just lounge
Okay.
for most of the day. Relax.
Okay.
That kind
Yeah. No Palladians trying to eat you.
Nope.
No existence to worry about. No mad gods.
Nothing.
All right. Xavier, Lucas.
Out of curiosity, what's the security like in this place?
Fairly light from what you've seen. There are tons of attendants, but those attendants seem to be employees and staff. Here's a question. Xavier has some sort of like detect ambush skill, right?
Yerp.
Roll me a detect ambush skill. Under the idea that
No.
I'm sorry, you don't.
No, I do. It's not some kind of a detect ambush. I have detect ambush.
Yeah, that was worded weird.
Hmm.
Not detect ambush, but some kind of it. All right. So if you could roll me that, and make it. Okay. Well, never mind. I was gonna
And
say
make it what?
I was gonna say make it
Easier?
easier by
Okay.
10, but
Okay, so that's a 31 out of 75. So succeed by 44.
you can tell that security here is a little deceptive. You see nothing but smiling faces, bellboys and attendants, and people bringing drinks, and people ushers to carry your stuff or guide you away. But a few of them wear looser uniforms than others. Little uniforms that are loose enough to say hide security tasers or whatever, something, some sort of concealed device. And there are some staff that tend to hover around certain doors and seem to be a little too interested in some people here and there. So security is deceptively good.
Okay. And how often do they check ID for stuff? Like if I were to go to a bar, like is it like I'm here, like I don't have to pay for anything, I don't need to show them anything, I just order a drink and they give it to me?
Exactly. As far as you
Okay.
know, you don't have to ever show anyone an ID.
Perfect. Then when Xavier's in his room, he's going to take about a few minutes and transform from the Terry Caldwell face back to the Xavier Anderson face.
Okay.
And I'm going to join Lucas not Lucas. I'm going to join Isaac with some drinking and chilling and just relaxing on the first day. Although there's a small caveat to that. Xavier is always keeping his ear open for interesting conversation and interesting opportunities.
Got it. Got it.
I will say that Isaac is doing the same. Question. What are you keeping your ear out for, Inferno?
What? Sorry? Oh, I don't know. Conflicts between people bitching about having to go through the authorities on something, or people bitching about a problem in general that we might be able to solve.
Well, Isaac is keeping his eyes and ears out for ladies. That's what he's
Oh,
doing.
Jesus. Okay.
Got it. I thought,
So,
okay.
if you're open for adventure, he's keeping his ear open to get laid. Okay.
I have to be honest, the first thing that came to mind when you said, Xavier's going to do exactly what Isaac did with one caveat, my mind went to, he is being attacked by Palladians. There are resistant members in that cause. All right. Okay. Okay, then. Could both of you roll me a D100, please?
Who's both of you?
Lucas. I'm sorry, not Lucas. Isaac and Xavier.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay. All right. Isaac.
Yes.
There are two types of people here.
Mhm.
About 70% of them are middle-aged or older, rich, foppish tourists that wear conservative bathing suits, and if they're in the water, they're in the water on a floaty in such a way that their hair won't get messed up. And the other 30% are young, rebellious, rich kids. And when I mean young, I mean early to late 20s. Came here off of daddy's penny, here to party. So about 30% of the people around are very attractive individuals that, like, the interesting thing is they all look fairly attractive, maybe through plastic surgery, maybe through whatever, but they're all in skimpy bathing suits. They're all having a good time. They are here to party.
Cool. He will study the scenery and think about what to do later on that night.
Xavier.
Mhm.
For an hour or two, you don't hear much beyond, oh, how wonderful Flanders is this time, and this is my 86th trip here, and, that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
After a few hours, you do catch an interesting conversation. Right next to you, a couple lay down on the bench, and the girl is sitting next to him, and she's saying, "Honey, it's okay. It was only a few 100,000. Don't worry about it." And the man is like, "No, I'm telling you, that dealer was cheating me. And I tried to confront him at it. You saw. I'm no coward, but he's... It's okay, dear. It's okay. It's not okay, Samantha. A dealer over there is taking people's money. And how are we supposed to enjoy our vacation when we can't even gamble honestly?"
Now, see, it's funny. At first, Xavier's just like, do I really want to get involved? And then he heard those last little words, gamble honestly. And he'll turn his head, eye up these two people who are talking.
They seem fairly young. Late 20s, early 30s.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady, the wife, is fairly attractive. She doesn't look as foppish as most of the people here. She has normal, well-kept hair. She's wearing a swimsuit, but with like a tie-on blouse around it, and she's got like a wide brim hat and sunglasses. The husband is partly balding. He's starting to thin up top. But other than that, he's fairly decent looking, except for right now his face is red because he's rather upset.
Mm-hmm. Xavier will slowly get up from his chair, and he'll wait for a pause between his ranting, and he'll approach the table.
And the lady will say, "Oh, here, dear. Here's a guest. Maybe, hi. My name is Clara."
Oh, hello, Claire. Clara, my name is Matthew. I have to apologize. I do not typically eavesdrop on conversations, especially private ones between a fine gentleman such as yourself, sir, and his lovely wife. However, you said a word that quirked my ear. I was looking for some excitement, something that's even more thrilling than the tours around here. Did you say the word gambling? And Xavier will give a bit of a smile.
Well, yes, there's plenty of casinos here. First time in Flanders, I take it, the man says.
Indeed, it is. But you mentioned a problem of some crooked individual. Is he, stealing from us? From you?
I dare say he is. A very simple card game, and I know there's some chance involved, but no one, no house wins that much at the right times like he does.
Oh, I see. I see. Out of curiosity, if I were to be able to recover your funds for you, maybe even get rid of this fellow, or maybe can, encourage him to move his game to some other place out of this wonderful paradise and more towards the lower quarters of center where he belongs. Perhaps we could help each other out. Let's get to know each other a little bit, of course. Who are you, sir? What do you do?
Well, my name is Franco.
Mhm.
He looks at his wife. He says, "Oh, I'm an accountant on Center.
I see.
This is our third honeymoon."
Oh, well, congratulations. That's fantastic. Um, an accountant, you say? You must be a very affluent one. You must be real good moving those numbers around to be able to afford a ticket to this place.
Oh, well, the wife says, Claire says, well, actually, Daddy left us quite a bit of money when he passed away, but
Oh, I'm sorry. Was this recently?
no, of course not. And of course, my Franco here said he wouldn't stop working even if we could. And Franco
Mhm.
says, well, that's right. I mean, it's just not right to sit and waste your life away.
Exactly, exactly. And it doesn't matter how much money you have, the very fact that someone takes it away from you in an exploitive fashion, it's the principle of the thing that's really insulting.
That's
Right?
what I think. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think this was no just mere chance encounter. I tell you what, I can't guarantee any sort of success, but I do have an air, a talent for talking to these types of people. How about if I'm able to recover your funds for you, it'll be the start of a new friendship.
He looks at you and he says, and what do you do, Mr.
Oh, Matthew Macaulay. I'm a gems trader. Just got back from selling a significant haul to a certain gentleman who I cannot say his name, but his name does rhyme with the word Braxis. Suffice to say, I decided a good vacation was worth the time.
Ah, I see.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you certainly sound confident. I'll tell you
Well,
what.
comes with the
Uh,
territory, I suppose.
I'll tell you what, friend. The credits are never no mind. I
Mm-hmm.
don't mind at all. But what would be something is embarrassment. And Clara goes, oh dear, no, Clara, he deserves it. If you are as good as you say,
Mm-hmm.
beat him in his own game, embarrass him. That would set him straight.
I see. I see. Well, good. Well, I'll check them out, see how things are going. But in the meantime, maybe you can rest and dine and drink easier and let you know that somebody, perhaps a new future friend, will is going to at least do his damnedest to get this guy what he deserves, right? And you can celebrate your third honeymoon stress-free.
He
Xavier
leans
will give
back
a
in
look
his
over to the lady.
he leans back in his chair and holds up his drink to you and says, if you do, be sure to let me know. I want to see it.
Oh, definitely. I
And-
have to test the waters first, though, and I don't mean swimming. He'll give me chuckle.
he laughs too, and he says, of course. Well, to a new friendship. And does Xavier have a drink?
Oh yeah, Savior definitely. He's probably half cut at this point, actually.
He would clink glasses, and you hear Clara go, men. But she doesn't seem too upset, just more exasperated.
Okay. All right. I'll have another drink with them, engage in a little small talk.
Mhm.
But I'll go off and head off to this casino that this guy was talking about. Keep an eye out for this fellow. But we can switch to someone else in the meantime.
Sure. I'll just let you know, he would tell you that the dealer is at table number 32.
Okay. Do you have a name of casino?
No.
All right.
Yes,
That's
I
fine.
do have a name of
No, I cannot tell you
Does
this.
casino have a name? No. Okay. Stellar DM.
It's called Sky High Rollers.
Cool. All right.
All right, Lucas,
Boy.
what are you doing during this time?
Lucas is now stranded in the middle of this place, is trying to find his friends.
Well, I don't like your chances of finding Televac. Though Isaac and Xavier might not be too hard to find if you look around for them. They'll be at one of the pools on some lounge chairs.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what he's going to be doing for a bit.
Okay.
And I'm assuming, like, he would finally find them, and ask what they're up to.
Other than getting sloshed and enjoying this wonderful, comfortable weather, I was thinking a little bit later on, maybe once I sober up, maybe once I get even more drunk, I'm going to head over to the Sky High Casino and check out on a possible crooked dealer. I made friends with an accountant who inherited a gross amount of money. So, getting to know someone like that might be worth the venture, but it'll be something to kind of occupy my time. You know, in between relaxing. You know, a little mini job, I guess you could say, or a mini challenge.
Lucas
Here, have a
actually,
drink.
he already has a drink at this point.
Okay. Have another drink. You have two hands. One can have each drink.
He actually has a rolled up piece of paper in the other one.
Oh, fine, whatever. You can't drink that.
He has a very colorful girly drink in his other hand.
A foo-foo drink.
Fruit drink. And he's been sipping it. He goes, yeah, but if you need a bit of help on that, I know myself around some cards.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, how about you and I do that? How about after dinner? I get some food in my stomach, kind of soak up some of this primo booze. Oh my God. I thought I had the best thing. I thought I had the best cocktails. Oh, it was just in this little grubby place on the Colossus cluster. Oh, but this is just. Mwah. You're just gonna make the Italian kissy motion with the hand.
He's gonna go, I'm gonna take your word for that, and probably clink again.
Okay. Clinky.
While your character may be doing your thing, he's actually going to roll out the scroll a bit. It looks like he's looking at it, and he's tapping a crayon to his lip.
Are you about to issue a decree there, Lord? Xavier says with a bit of a chuckle.
I just gotta rework this.
Work what?
Oh, this is a spell scroll, as he kind of shifts it around a bit.
Oh, they let you in with that? I didn't have to put that in my little special little black bag.
Oh,
Xavier says with a chuckle.
Yeah, they pretty much said, well, we can't stop you from using magic. What would a scroll hurt?
Okay, fair enough. Are you making your own spells now?
Oh, I've always been doing that.
Oh. Xavier says.
Oh, with
Oh.
this cockeyed look. Oh.
Some
Oh.
can't be entirely changed, but every once in a while there's a few loopholes and few
This is
restrictions
another
I just gotta remove. It seems silly to even have them.
Mm.
Like people think there's a lot of negatives when actually just casting a raw spell, but I think it just gives it flavor.
What do you mean by raw spell? I didn't realize they came in a variety of freshness, Xavier says, and he gives a chuckle to himself at his lame joke.
Well, some people like to use more energy to make it look pristine and clear. But if you use something
Okay.
more akin to magic, it's less intensive to do such things. But there's a few side effects to them, let's just say. Bonuses, I like to say.
Oh. Okay.
Like
Xavier says.
there's a thing like sense magic where you can feel out and sense all of the auras and things like that.
Okay.
And it's a very basic spell that most people do, but people don't know that there's a more baseline to it. There's a step under that you don't need to restrict it. It kind of makes you grow a nose though, and you kind of sense it through that. But I mean, besides that, it's way more fun in so many different ways.
I see. Xavier says, and his eyes kind of drift away. I'm gonna be honest with you, Lucas. The only thing I really know about magic is in our little escapade so far. And before that, it was sometimes, bring this ring across this border, right? Ship off a crate of these things. It was just another bit of inventory for me. So you have to excuse me if I don't understand all these little intricacies of what magic is and whatnot. The important thing is, Xavier says, are you having fun?
As you see, Lucas almost just cross off a large section with a big X. I'm having so much fun. This is one of the best things. Being able
I know, right?
to craft something completely new. Being
For a
able
second,
to
Xavier thought you were
utilize it.
talking about the environment and you got really excited, but now you're back on this magic shit. So
Your dismay.
it was regular.
He seems to be engulfed with it.
Oh, good. Then he can't see Xavier slowly looking at other places other than Lucas.
Would you like some candy?
Is it gonna turn my face blue?
Only if you choke on it, I guess.
Is it magic candy or is it regular candy?
Magic candy.
No. No. See, I still remember the Elementia dust. I got the shakes after not using that for about 3 weeks. No, I'm done putting magical stuff in my body for a little while. The only magical brew I want to imbibe is one that's steeped in alcohol. As Xavier finishes his 4th drink.
I haven't tried magic with alcohol before.
Oh no? Yeah, you don't need to. Alcohol already is magic after all. Didn't you know that?
He looks at his drink and he goes, I don't think this is any kind of magic.
You gotta use it the right way.
Lucas looks up and looks at you and studies your face.
Xavier has a lazy half grin on his face.
Lucas then leans back and goes, of course.
No, I'm serious. Xavier will motion for you to come closer to him. Got a secret.
Lucas will come closer.
I got closer. And he's gonna make it wait for you to have, like, so his lips are by your ear.
He's gonna do such. After you say the second one, he's going to do that exactly.
Okay. And he'll say, "There's a magic drink called gin. It's a magical liquid panty remover." See, who definitely is drunk at this point, leans back in his chair and gives, like, a wink.
Lucas is secretly going to keep that in mind, thinking that he might actually be able to do something with that.
Great. I'm good with this scene, unless you want to continue.
No, Lucas is basically going to just, every once in a while, scribble something down on the scroll.
Cool.
But that's basically his thing, is just slowly muttering to himself, sipping on a blue-colored drink, and that's about it.
Okay. All right.
What? What?
Did you guys want to head to the casino?
Yeah, after we have dinner and Xavier sobers up a little bit.
Okay.
And I mean, like, a little bit, not a
Right.
lot.
Dinner is exquisite. I do have a question. So you guys have been here for about half a day. Well, this will any time in the next 4 days, and I know you guys are going to the casino, so we're not going to forget that. But just curious, anyone in the next 4 days, is anyone going to take use of any of the free massages or anything like that that's offered?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure within the days, yes, but not...
Yeah, within the
Not right
day.
now. Yeah, right now.
Immediate.
Talvac, you?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm definitely
okay.
going to do all that
So
stuff.
everyone will at some point. Great.
Mhm.
Okay.
Milk it. Milk it.
All right. That's good to know.
Please don't say that again.
I
Referring to a
didn't
massage.
know lizards did that.
Please never say that again.
Not
So
during...
in that tone.
Isaac,
Milk it.
Yes.
what are you doing? Like they're gonna have dinner and then go to the casino. What are you?
You can come with.
Well, is there anything going on tonight? Is there an event?
No events. All the bars, all the clubs will be open for dancing 24/7, but there are no events planned.
I'll go to the casino. Why not?
Okay.
Check it out.
All right. So the casino is a very well kept, very high end establishment. The casino uses chips, and all the chips are they open a credit line on your account to be paid at the end of the vacation. Anyone has up to a $2 million credit line. They don't even ask for ID. They just assume if you're here and you're gambling,
You have 2 million credits.
if you can spend 500,000 credits on a vacation, you know. So so there's
Why do you
no.
only have 500,000 and like 20 credits? And you just are really bad with finances. You get a free $2 million worth of chips. Sorry. I just think that's really funny. All right.
All right. So you find that there are several games of chance available. Everything from some Earth games like roulette and a blackjack and poker to more exotic games. Xavier, you're definitely aware of most of these. Lucas, you're definitely aware of most of these. Isaac, you're familiar with the Earth-style games. You guys probably had many a boring afternoon at the deputy office playing some blackjack or
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Poker.
he's familiar with cards.
yeah, but a lot of the more exotic ones you're not quite familiar with. And then you see table 32. 32 is set up like a blackjack table, where the dealer's in one place and everyone's kind of around.
Uh-huh.
There's 3 other people at this table, and there's about 4 more open slots at the table. And they're playing a game that's kind of like blackjack. Xavier and Lucas, you're aware of it. It's a game, a deck of cards that uses colorful symbols, and you try and match symbols. And it's very similar to 21, where you have to hit and you can bust, but you're trying to. It's a little more complicated because, like, if you get 3 of this symbol, it means something, and if you get 1 of those symbols, it means something. So I won't go into the exact rules of it,
Okay.
but that's the kind of card game it is.
Cool. Well, Xavier needs to assess one thing for sure, and that's if this guy's actually cheating or not, right? We're running a
Right.
con, because this guy could just be a big ass sore loser like his wife says, right?
Mhm.
There's a really good chance of that. So Xavier will. What's the minimum bet at this table?
Minimum bet at this table is 5,000. Yeah.
All right. I'm willing to blow a few thousand just to find out. So Xavier will look over to Lucas and to Isaac and say, I'm going to play a few hands and keep an eye on him. See if he does anything crafty. Lucas, you said you're pretty good with cards. Maybe you want to do the same? Isaac, I mean, you got sharp eyes. But I figure the best way to see if anything's up is to actually see him in action, right? So with that, Xavier will go up to the table.
Lucas is
pull
gonna
up-
put a hand on your shoulder before you go.
Oh, okay. And he'll kind of stop and be like, what?
Dude, I have. As he scratches his shoulder, I kind of have a few magic spells for for cards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, find out whether someone's tricking people with cards, or what?
Yes.
Oh. Oh, shit. Well, I'll tell you what, Xavier says. We're in a casino, so let's make a bet. Alright? It's always with you, Lucas. It's magic this and magic that, and everyone around here, and Center, and the friggin' 3 Galaxies. Like, oh, magic, right? But I've been able to get. I want to remind you right now, Xavier is still half drunk. He's like 2 sheets to the wind. And he's like, okay, listen. But I managed to get through just fine without learning a single spell. So how about we have ourselves a little wager, okay? Let's say 50,000 credits, all right? 50,000 credits goes to the first person to find out if this guy's cheating. Okay, I'll do it my way, and you do it with your little spell way.
Do we do it at the same time?
Well, yeah, because it has to be the first person who wins, right? So if I get a head start or you get a head start, then it's not fair, right? And once we find out he's cheating, then we can't, like, check out again, right?
Okay.
You
Okay.
know what? I'll
What?
just watch from the sidelines. You guys
Okay.
have fun.
You can be an impartial referee. That's
Sure.
what you can be, sheriff. They will say that with a bit of a smile.
Isaac rolls his
Sheriff,
eyes.
law dog. All right. So, ready? Are you ready, Lucas? Are you ready?
Yes.
Good. 3, 2, 1, go. And Xavier's gonna run to the blackjack table, kind of in a messy way, and he's gonna play a few hands. And Luke, I mean, tell you what. I'll tell you what I intend Xavier to do,
Mhm.
and then you can tell me how much time it takes, and of course, you know what my good friend Piffy's gonna do. But it's very simple. I'm gonna play a few hands, and I have 3 skills that I think might be handy in this. I like to do skill checks. Streetwise,
Mhm.
palming, because I know how to palm things. I'd probably be
Right.
able to keep an eye out, and concealment, since I know how to conceal things.
Got it.
Doing the same thing. Well, it's really
I-
detect concealment.
I would like to, while standing on the side, watch the hand movements of this guy
Got it.
while he's doing this. And I have specifically 2 skills that I would be interested in using. I could use one, but I have palming as well. But I also think that tracking might be interesting to use in this situation, because I'm tracking his hand movements. Right?
Well, I think tracking is more trying to hunt down
yeah.
where something
Like in
is,
the
not-
woods.
Yeah.
It's a very
Okay.
wildernessy skill, and this is a very not wildernessy environment.
But definitely
Fine, don't let me
concealment.
spin it. God.
Well,
Well,
no.
there's spinning it and then there's putting it in a completely different orbit.
I was gonna say I'm all for spinning things. I'm just having trouble because like I don't think tracking skills would teach you to follow hand.
I'll use palming.
Yes, palming is fantastic. So if you could so Isaac, roll palming. Xavier, if you could roll the 3 skills and tell me which ones you're rolling for.
Okay.
Okay.
I fail by 20.
Okay.
Let me just bring this over to one side. Okay, so the first one, I'll just go from the top to the bottom. So the first one will be Detect Concealment. That's a fail by 3.
Okay.
Next is going to be Palming, which is a fail by 40.
Wow.
Great. And you know what? This is what happens when you're half drunk and taunting Lucas's magic. And this last one is Streetwise, which fails by 9.
I'm the best. I am the best.
So how much did you sober up?
Clearly not as much as I thought I did.
Okay.
Which
I
is totally
will-
possible. There are a lot of people who think they're more sober than they really are.
I got one question real quick before I continue. Lucas, are you going to the same table or are you going somewhere else?
Lucas is going to go to the same table.
Okay.
Is he
He's
gonna
not going
run
to
too?
hurry. He's not going to hurry as much as him because he's not going to ruin the other dude's fun. That's not his thing.
I like how in this circumstance I'm acting wackier. Which is really weird.
But when Lucas sits down, he is actually going to wait for him to be into a hand.
Okay. All right. So
I guess before he casts a spell, I guess he's going to try to see what his inherent skill is on this, which he has, surprisingly enough, a specific one thing that is extremely applicable for this, which is card sharp.
yeah. Do you have that skill open in front of you? I've read it before, but it's been a long time.
If you give me a second, I can open up New West. It's in New West.
I do not have
Yeah.
it open up in front of me, sadly
Okay.
enough.
But
But
give me a
it's-
second.
It is basically anything and everything to do with, like counting
Card
cards
games,
and
right?
things like that.
Yeah. So I think it has to do with counting cards. What I need to concentrate on is a lot of card decks and gambler skills require you to be the one in control of the deck, but there are some skills that don't take that into account. Does that make sense? Yes.
Right. So, do you want me to just read it out?
Yes, please.
A card sharp, a skill that involves the manual dexterity of hand and finger manipulation to perform tricks, palming, and other gimmicks of sleight of hand with playing cards. This includes dealing from the bottom or middle of the deck, stacking a deck, hiding cards up the sleeve, and elsewhere. Fancy and impressive methods of shuffling, dealing cards, as well as marking cards, card counting, and understanding the odds.
Maverick.
Marking cards also often includes complex series of braille-like indentations, punctures, trimmed edges so that they were slightly concave or convex, all things that the delicate touch of the professional card sharp can feel as he deals the cards. Other types of marks include incredibly subtle, almost indiscernible variations, yada 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 yada.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's when dealing.
So, but no, there is still.
No, there was talk about counting cards.
Exactly. So,
Yeah, counting
Lucas
and
is still
understanding.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can still use card counting and understanding the odds because that would be incredibly applicable to this game.
All right.
Okay. Can you roll me your skill as card sharp?
It's not very good, but I succeed by 6.
Okay.
Oh, look at me. I'm Lucas. I succeed in my skill check.
Okay. So, you guys play, let's say, 6 hands. 5
I
or
will
6
say
hands.
on my first hand that I get drawn, Lucas is actually going to mimic a small prey. He's actually casting a spell, which is specifically I love the name. Sense marked cards.
And am I gonna be honest with you? Well, when Lucas, it looks like he's praying. Xavier, who is, as we've now determined, more drunk than he thought he was, is gonna be like, "Yeah, you better be praying," not realizing that he failed all of his skill checks.
Well, actually, Lucas, because we've never really talked about your card magic before.
Mhm.
Stop it.
What? No, I didn't. I'm sorry. I won't do it again, Squee.
No, sorry. Cat's being difficult. All right. We've never really discussed this with your card magic, but from the impression I've always got when it comes to reading the card magic stuff, it's one of the only types of magic that you don't have to chant, because that doesn't make much sense. If you understand, like, there's some spells here that you're supposed to be able to do on the fly, and if you have to chant it, that's almost impossible to do without someone going, "Hey, what the hell?" So card magic is, from my understanding, one of the only types of spells that you can do without noticeably having to do something.
I'm okay with this. I only have the one card spell.
I understand, but like, to me, because you understand what I'm saying, because like there is I've read through all the card spell magics, and there's a lot of spells. It's just like, if you're trying to cheat someone and you have to start chanting, even if you're clever, they're not going to last long.
Yeah.
So that one you can still do the pray. I don't mean to take away your roleplay or anything, but I felt you should know that at least that kind of cheater magic stuff is designed to be done without having to do very apparent chanting type things.
Okay.
And you're going to do sense marked cards.
Sense marked cards. The description is sense for any marked cards by cheating. Basically, any sort of tell markings, the side things and whatnot, and all of the like braille and whatnot. It would sense if the deck is tampered with that
Got
way.
it.
Also note the character can also sense if the cards is magical. Or basically if it's under any sort of magical thing like magically marked cards and things like that.
Got it. All right. Give me a second. Okay. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Just trying to figure a couple things out here. Yeah, okay. All right. So, we'll say you guys play about 5 hands, right?
Okay.
First thing you notice, Lucas,
Mhm.
there doesn't seem to be any marked cards or any cards that are inherently magical.
Okay.
There seems to be a pretty straightforward deck. I'll handle Isaac and Xavier first. Isaac and Xavier, you're fairly certain that this gentleman isn't trying to conceal anything. At least you haven't seen any telltale signs of it. Xavier, you also have not seen any form of palming, or your streetwise isn't telling you anything. Either you're confident that he's not doing it, or he's so skilled that you are just not catching it.
Okay.
Lucas. And so from Isaac and Xavier's point of view, this is just, for all intents and purposes, a straight up card game. Lucas, does Card Sharp actually have a role associated with it?
I think I did it.
Oh, yes. Okay, you succeeded by 6. Okay, good. That 5th hand, you'd been counting cards for a while now, and you knew that the 5th hand, the house won, and everyone lost their bets, and there was a pretty sizable stack of money, about 30 to 40,000 credits on a bet. Not one of you guys, but someone else. And you were pretty sure you counted the cards right, and the dealer pulled a card in a win that you're pretty sure you didn't mess up. So that is a hell of a lucky card to pull, given how you were counting. In other words, the odds of the dealer pulling the card he did were phenomenal. Not impossible, but incredibly unlikely.
So I didn't notice him do anything. It just seems that he was incredibly lucky.
Exactly.
He's not marked.
No marked cards, no cards that are inherently magical, or the card is marked magically in any sense, shape, or form.
It also counts for non-magic marked cards as well.
Well, of course, right.
Yeah. Okay. Well. So how would he do it?
Actually, give me 1 second here.
Alright.
Give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah. Just checking something real quick. Everything I said is the same, so carry on.
You. Lucas would still act the part, throwing up his hands and going, "Oh man, shoot!" But in his mind, he's just like, "How did palming could definitely do that if he slipped it, just sleeve."
Lucas, do you have any sort of I think you do, like a magical knowledge background? I mean, obviously you're a wizard.
I would have an inherent one, but I don't think I have a specific one.
No, it's a skill
Alright.
check. No.
Tell you what. Roll me a D100 and choose high or low.
Oh, jeez. We're actually gambling.
I love these.
I want to go low.
Okay.
Bam. I
Ew.
matched you.
That's right.
Well done. Alright. Alright.
I'm gonna be honest. Since Xavier can't see anything, he's gonna, after the fifth hand is over, he's gonna excuse himself. He's not gonna waste any more money on this guy. Oh yeah, wait. Do we win anything? Like we play the game, right?
Yeah.
So we could win.
Tell you what, let's see how lucky everyone is. Everyone roll who's playing. So I guess it's just Xavier and Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
Roll a d20, Lucas. Add 5.
Miss.
Or Xavier.
It's a wild shot.
Okay. Yes. Xavier loses. Hang on. I can't count. 20,000. Lucas. Lucas, you gain actually through the 5 hands you play. I can't count again. You actually win 110,000 credits.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not taking off my 20,000. You can take off what you want there, Huckleberry. No, just kidding. I'm taking off my money.
And I should point out too, you would have
Stupid
stood
Lucas.
to win another 30,000 on that last hand, but you didn't.
Stupid Lucas. Take my money.
Xavier, you will at least notice this. It seems like the later hands are when he was winning most of his money.
Whatever. Stupid magic.
Games. Alright. Lucas, after 5 hands, will scratch his head and go, "Well, I guess I should stop here while my luck's run out." Good game, as he sticks his hand over to the dealer.
Okay. The dealer nods and shakes your hand, and he gives this like kind of an arrogant little grin and goes, "Yes, good game."
Punch him. Punch him in his stupid face.
Somebody's getting surly.
Lucas is gonna he's gonna be a kind sport about this. He doesn't want to have any sort of uproar about any of this. He's gonna shake his hand and Unshake his hand. Let go of his hand.
I take it.
I take it back.
Hey,
I start shaking in the opposite direction, taking all of my shakes back.
How can you shake it the opposite direction? It's up and down, side to side.
I'm gonna go down and up.
Jesus Christ. Makes no sense.
Well, that's the beauty of Lucas.
Okay.
All right.
Xavier will go back to Isaac and he'll shrug and be like, I don't know about Magic Lucas there, but I got either two things. One, he ain't cheating, or two, he's so good I can't tell. So, effectively, he's not cheating. So, I'm not too sure.
Well,
Yeah, I've got no idea either.
Lucas, with two hands on the back of his head, is gonna walk over. Shoulders, elbows pretty far out. He's going, well, I can definitely tell something's up, just not sure what it is. Deck's not marked in any way, that's for sure.
But you can tell something's up? How?
That last hand, he seems to only win when the pot's high enough. And the odds of him doing that, I was counting a few of the cards, and he really should not have won that hand.
Oh.
He
So
seems
how
to
big did the
only
pot
get
have to
lucky.
be?
I'm guessing in the 10,000 range.
Well,
Or,
actually,
sorry, 100,000.
The pot was in the
100,000 range.
Huh, I see. Well, that's good to know.
I will
See, if we knew exactly what he did, we could blackmail him for it.
Well, it wasn't his deck. If you want me to investigate more, I can throw a few more sensors out there.
Sure.
Alright.
My sensors are broken. Xavier says and he taps the side of his head.
They're flooded.
blue screen.
Lucas looks around and he's just gonna do almost a merry little chant, but it doesn't sound like any particular language you guys know, and his nose is going to grow.
Oh boy, Xavier steps back.
Oh boy. Lucas. Do you have I need to reread Sense Magic again.
It's
been a while.
basically knowing any sort of active magic in the area.
So you can tell if something's enchanted or if someone like casts a spell or something.
Anything that is active. It doesn't have to be in use. It just has to be something that is on, basically. So if somebody has a magical item that let's just say has been used, or is in use, or is currently, like, say somebody has let's say my enchanted ring. I could sense magic my enchanted ring because technically the spell is on. I just have to basically tell it to do its thing.
So what happens if someone uses... Okay, I'm going to throw a couple things out there for you. Someone uses Techno Wizard device.
He would probably sense the spells that are in it, I guess.
That's what I would think. Okay, what if someone just casts a natural spell? Like they cast... let's say you weren't in the room, they cast a fireball. Could you sense that a spell was cast? Or does it only apply to magical items or things that have a magical effect on them?
It actually is more applicable to spells themselves. Anything that is... basically, if somebody chants something and goes like, I'm going to color something blue, I can tell that
Got
that
it.
spell
Okay.
did that.
All right. So your nose grows big. And then what do you do?
I'm assuming I'm still within a close enough area that has a range of 120 feet.
Yes, you would be in a close enough area. Are you gonna go back to the table? Just kind of watch the table. What's the?
Lucas is basically going to sit around and he goes like, "This might take a bit. If you want to have this go faster, you might have to lose a bit more money, but I'm." Actually, Lucas is going to be like, you know what? Just to expedite this, he's actually going to exchange Xavier 100,000 credits worth.
Mm-hmm.
If you could use that, I might expedite things.
Oh, you want me to gamble and you to watch?
Well, in a way, yes.
Or smell or whatever?
Yes.
Okay.
Smell. That's the
Xavier
one.
says. Ah. Okay. Xavier will head over to Smirky McGee there and
Got it.
try
And
his luck again.
he'll welcome you back, and he'll be like, here to lose a little bit more, huh? And the whole table kind of goes, ah.
No, I'm here to win it all. I was just practicing.
All right. Well, big roller over here. All right. Lucas, where are you? Are you going to stand back there? Are you sitting down?
He's generally not gonna face the area.
Okay.
Just in case this guy knows anything about this magic. Freaking tricksters and ludicrous mages are they know each other at least well enough.
Okay. All right. All right.
But
Xavier, roll me another d20, please.
2, did you say?
No, just one. Just one.
Oh, okay. I have this hearing problem where I don't listen. 16.
Wow.
Yay.
Okay. You over the course of another 5 or 6 hands, you win 140,000 credits. However, that last hand. Okay, and I'll leave this up to you for roleplay. The last hand, you've got a really good card. You've got 21. You know you've got this pretty much. How much would Xavier bet on that last hand?
I don't know, like 40,000.
Okay. You bet 40,000. The dealer pulls out a card that means house wins. Lucas, there was a small spell cast. It was quick. It was almost instantaneous, and then it was gone. And after that, you don't sense any active magic, but there was something cast in a blink of an eye.
Lucas is just going to keep out an ear out for that particular table. During that point, see if there's any particular moans of defeat.
I don't know, Xavier.
Xavier isn't one to moan in defeat, but he is gonna curse.
Spitting while he's cursing.
I'm not going to complain. I will curse like a sailor, though. All right, yes, you hear disappointment. Like, almost not more than 2 or 3 seconds after you catch that spell of whatever it was, then it's like you catch something happen, and then a second or two, and then, oh!
Lucas will nod to himself. By the way, I didn't think this was applicable, but I probably have to note this now. Sense marked cards. Sense marked cards is actually a spell that is active for an elongated period of time. If that is applicable at all.
No, it is not. In fact, you'll still be able to tell something was cast, but there's no magical effect active on these cards. Like, for example, these cards aren't magically marked. They're not physically marked. There's no card that's magically enchanted at the moment. but there was a spell cast. It was quick, it was almost undetectable. It didn't involve marking a specific card or any of the cards, but something happened, and it's gone.
Huh. All right. I'm going to keep all that noted. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right. If you guys keep going, this will happen one more time. So, for example, in the next half hour or hour or so. All right. So we'll say it this way, Lucas. If you keep this, how long does sense magic last?
It's a decent amount of time. I think it's 14 minutes at this point.
Okay. One more time in that 14 minutes, it happens again. There's a spell cast. It's very small. It's very almost undetectable. Something happens. It's gone, and then a few seconds later, everyone at the table is just like, "Oh, come on!"
All right. When the spell wears out, and if Xavier is not back, he's going to get Xavier.
Yeah, no, I'll come back after that last little bit.
All right.
So what's the verdict?
Well, as far as I can tell, yeah, he's doing something magic.
Okay.
It's not the deck. He's not technically changing the cards, or else there would be a remnants of it. So he's not changing the face of it.
Is there anything that we can prove? Something that we can blackmail or embarrass him with?
There.
Lucas, roll me another D100 and try and get under 60. Okay. Because my thinking is, as a GM, you've been spending a good 15-20 minutes puzzling over this, yes?
Oh yeah, he's just been sitting there like sensing stuff, puzzling a few things out. He has a pretty good idea of what's going on, but to flip it around, he's
Okay.
He's not having the best time with that.
Okay. I was just gonna say something that that your magical background would let you know that might be useful, might not. Because the way it's happening, some magic spell's happening, something's happening, and then you don't detect anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are basically, it is known that if you cast a spell to say telekinetically move an object, not to change the object or alter it, but just to move it, after you've moved it, that object is still no longer, it's not magical, there's no magical residue, because it in and of itself is not magical.
Right.
There's no effect on it, there's no nothing. But so you do know that magic can still affect things without that thing being magical in and of itself.
Yes.
That's what the roll did. That's like, Lucas is like, okay, well, there's that.
Yes. Lucas goes, well, I'm unsure what to embarrass him with.
Okay, I'm gonna say something out of character. We have spent so much fucking time on this, and we're on vacation, right? Nothing says we have to resolve this very second in this very casino. We can always go back to the hotel or to the resort or whatever and mull it over and come up with a plan. In the meantime, poor frickin' David and Byrne have done like nothing this past like hour and a half. So why don't we give them a chance to do something? This is just a suggestion.
That's.
I mean, I the only thing I was thinking of could be handled with a roll and narratively.
Want to elaborate there, homie?
Can Isaac find a lady friend.
Oh,
There you go.
I'm not gonna make you roll
Sorry, I
for
thought
that,
you meant.
buddy.
I thought you meant in regards to our current problem. My bad. You
No,
mean
no,
like
no.
stuff
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you
He would
want to
probably-
do?
Okay. After he figures I can't tell. He's just gonna wander.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Vern,
Yeah.
Isaac's
That one.
physical beauty is 19.
Yes, he's 19. He's a male model.
Hang
Yes,
on.
I know.
His physical beauty is 19. There's a lot of young, attractive people there to party. Roll a D100 and just don't get 98.
People are sluts in this side of the universe. Rich.
There.
Well,
Yes.
well, isn't that just applicable?
Yes.
That's
Yes. Just
fantastic.
I just stop there. Yes.
Okay,
All right. So I need.
so that's what he's doing for the rest of the night.
Got it. Okay. So what we'll do is, like you said, we can table that. You guys can kind of discuss over it. We can come back to that later. There's one more thing I have in store tonight. Isaac and Talavac.
Mm-hmm.
Two things for you. First question is, and I guess this would involve everyone. This first question. If you said everyone's going to partake in the massage. Would
Yeah.
you, Talavac, Isaac, and the others, if you want, would you take it together, or is this more of a personal thing? You do this alone, you and the masseuse. I'm not saying like you're on the same table, like massaging each other. You know what I mean? But like tables next to each other in the same room. That
No,
kind of thing.
no, this is gonna be private.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, then that answers that question, because if Isaac wants it private and Talavac doesn't, oh well, it's still private.
Well, I don't know where this casino is, but I was underwater meditating for a little while.
Sure.
But what I need to know is like I'm gonna spend about maybe 90 minutes underwater,
Mhm.
and then when I come back up, what time is it? What time would it have been?
90 minutes would still be early afternoon for you.
Okay, because I just had a small thing I wanted to do. Nothing crazy. I'm actually gonna treat this like a vacation. What I was gonna do
Uh-huh.
is I was gonna go and see if they have any dojos or anything like that, or any type of activity room with like almost like a gym like place. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Okay.
It seems that the people at this resort don't like physical labor of much kind. There is like, okay. I don't know how else to describe this. There's a rich person's gym, which means there's like an exercise bike, an elliptical,
And a bar.
and a bar. Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's
Okay.
about the best you got.
Okay, that's no problem. I just had to check. Well, me personally, I don't know what he would do. He would just enjoy the sights and do
Sure.
some stuff. End the day with a massage, and
Okay.
then go back to the hotel room, and then we'll figure out what the hell he's gonna do.
Okay. So I need Isaac and Talavac to roll
Yeah.
me a d20.
Okie dokie.
Okay. So Talavac,
Mm-hmm.
you're getting a nice peaceful massage.
Mm-hmm.
The masseuse is really good. Really good at her job. Knows how to get all those pressure points.
And don't
and
mind
you're
the
about-
scales; they're actually pretty smooth. No.
Mhm. About 30 minutes or so into it,
Mhm.
she in a low melodic voice, because there's like new age music playing to relax you, and there's steam coming in. It's very relaxing. She says in a soft voice, "I'll be right back.
Okay.
Just enjoy the music." And then she wanders away.
Okay.
And then Talavac, so are you like laying down? You're laying on your stomach. You're getting your back massage. Are you laying down? Like, are your eyes closed? Are you like just chilling out?
Hell yeah! I mean, this is a massage resort. I mean, a resort. I'm enjoying the hell out of it.
All
So
right.
I imagine I got my face in like the little hole. You know?
Exactly. Yeah. You see after
Fuck you. Fuck
about
you.
30
Fuck you.
after about 30 seconds, you see some polished boots step up underneath your eye hole, and it says, "What's this? You're not Mr. Peterson.
I just look up, it's like, with just one eye. I'm like, excuse me?
Oh, I get it. Mr. Peterson sent a professional. Well, fine. If he wants to send a professional, that's fine. It doesn't change my price. 3 million credits if he wants to see his daughter again. And he throws like a sheet of paper, like a picture underneath the Mississippi thing. And it's a picture of a little girl holding a sign that has like today's date on it. And he says, "There's proof of life. Now, Mr. Negotiator, what have you got to say?"
I'll look at it, and I look at him. 'That'll be fine.
24 hours.
20. Forget. I'm literally lost for words. I'm literally lost for words. I'm like, it'll be fine if you could go away, because I don't know what the hell you're talking about here.
Right. He winks at you.
R.I.P. little girl. R.I.P.
He goes, right, of course. 24 hours, 3 million credits, here or she dies. And then he turns around and walks out of the room.
I'm still standing there with like my finger pointing, like in the same position that he was standing there, and just looking at the paper.
His head pops back in, and he says, "And, Mr. Negotiator, you tell the authorities if I even get a whiff that they're coming after me?" And he goes like with his thumb, and then leaves.
Wait, who the hell are you? I get up, you know what I'm saying, with the towel around me.
The door shuts.
Open it. Where is he at?
Roll me a D100, actually.
Okay. Yeah, this is crazy. So I gotta know a little more information on this.
He's like 5 feet away. He's just walking down the hall. So Talavac's running after him. By the way, Talavac, you've got like a small towel. That's about it.
Okay. Yeah. I grab him by the shoulder and pull him, like, to face me. I'm like, who the hell are you?
He turns around, starts looking really drunk, and he goes, "Give me 1 second as a GM."
I got something I want to do too. So.
Right. I spaced it. I spaced the name I used. Okay. Anyway. He says very quietly. He says, "You tell Mr. Jefferson 24 hours," and then very loudly and in a drunk voice he says, "Get off me! I ain't done nothing to you."
Okay, I'm gonna, while I got my hands on him and he's acting like that, I'm gonna see if I can snag his wallet. So I'm going to pickpocket.
Okay. Well, hang on. Before you roll, make it harder by 30.
Okay.
Because all of his attention's on you.
Okay. So that would be what I would add 30 to my roll.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you know most pickpockets are good because their attention is elsewhere.
Right.
This
right.
is very true.
But that doesn't mean that you aren't skilled.
Okay. I'm going for it anyway.
Yeah.
30. Oh, wait a minute. Wait.
What's
30,
your pickpocket skill?
70.
Okay. All right. He goes, "Get off me! I ain't done nothing to you."
All right. Oh, okay. Well, now since I got it, I'm gonna be in the submissive mode. I'm gonna be like, okay, all right, fine, and I'm gonna back up.
As he does that little arm thing, you expertly slip a hand under his jacket, pull out a wallet.
Okay, and I'm going to let him go.
Okay, and he just kind of wanders off drunkenly.
Okay, and while he's gone out the way, I'm gonna go back in the room, and I'm gonna look at it and see what the hell is going on. Who is this guy?
you see his ID, of course,
Uh-huh.
and on the ID it has this picture of his face, and it says Marcus DeMiro. Hang
Okay.
on. Yeah, Marcus DeMiro.
Okay.
And then it has some credits,
Mhm.
and then it has a key card for one of the hotel rooms. Now, the key cards themselves don't have the hotel number, the hotel room numbers on them, but you do have the key card to his room.
Well, this is my start. Okay. I'm gonna have to cut my massage a little short. I'm gonna get my shit together, and I'm gonna try to find the fellas.
Okay. So the masseuse comes back to an empty table.
Yeah,
confused,
I
maybe.
just I'm like yeah, this is pretty shit. Yeah, this is not
All
good.
right. So we'll say this is after the evening's events. Everyone's kind of starting to head back to their rooms, except maybe Isaac, who rolled a 69.
Yeah.
So I'm
he's not
assuming
going to
Isaac
his
probably
room.
won't be part of this
So he
conversation.
goes to someone else's room.
Yeah. So I guess what it would be Lucas and Xavier. Well, unless Isaac, Isaac, you can always find a way to be there. I mean, Byrne, you can find a way for
No,
Isaac to be there if he wants to be part of it. Okay,
They can reconvene in the morning.
got it.
Thing.
And talk.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was writing stuff down. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine.
Squee. You're not the GM of my mouse.
I didn't know what to do.
Because you were talking, I figured my scene was up, so I'm writing stuff down. You know, I'm writing.
No. So you guys are converging. This is back. Xavier and Lucas are back towards the room, so they're there.
Okay.
Isaac is disposed.
Guys,
Indisposed. Big difference.
I need all you guys right here, right now. Something happened. Something big happened, and I need you.
Did your plant eat somebody?
I wish. Come check this out.
That's
okay?
awful to wish for.
Yeah.
Bad.
Look, and I'm gonna show him the paper, and I'm gonna tell him that some crazy dude came in here and must have thought that I was some kind of, I don't know, mediator or something. I don't know, a negotiator. Okay. And yeah, so just lay it down. And it's like, I'm like, I managed to get his wallet. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. Never mind. I see the wallet, so I can't ask. Are you sure you didn't dream this? He goes, Are you absolutely sure of everything that he told you?
Look, I even grilled him a little bit on who he was, what's going on, you know, and he just insisted.
$3 million. What?
Yeah.
At here tomorrow, or at that same location tomorrow, or he kills a little girl.
You see, that's the thing. I didn't get that information. I don't know where he wants to meet. So, if anything,
Just sorry, GM stepping here. He did tell you. 24 hours is the same sauna, the same massage room.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the same sauna, 24 hours from now.
And Xavier says, and he has a very even tone. And he says, and we have no idea who this Mr. It was Peterson, right, Squee?
Very close, Jefferson.
Oh, this Mr. We have no idea who this Mr. Jefferson is. And if we go to the authorities, of course, they always fucking say if we go to the authorities, they'll kill the person, right?
Oh, the authorities are not an option. Yeah.
Well, hold up a second. Or he's going to kill her. So we have no idea who this guy is. Apparently, we can't go to the authorities. And I guess since there's no way we can get the message to the rightful person, it's up to us to spend $3 million to make sure this little girl lives or dies. And then Xavier's going to take a deep breath, and he's going to scream, "We're on vacation!" And he's going to start trashing the room.
I'm like, but I have this, though. And I hold up the key card. I'm like, I can get in there.
get
I
in.
thought I can get in his room.
Xavier stops mid trash. He's probably only broken a few things at this point. And he says, "You probably can get in where?
His room. Or
Do you know where his room is?"
yeah, I got it right here on a card. See?
Xavier, you notice that the card does not have any, as with all the hotel room cards, identifying room number.
You
It
see
doesn't
what-
have a fucking number on it, Talavac.
Yes, it does. Let me see. It's got to be here somewhere. Hold on a second here. Wait. Now, why wouldn't this?
You
have
know,
a
while you're
different
doing
card?
that, Xavier's going to resume trashing Talavac's room.
You know what? I'm gonna throw something too. Damn it.
Oddly enough, you guys find that as you throw things around and they smash, tiny little robots just come out of the walls and begin cleaning up all the pieces.
Smash the robot. No, I don't.
More robots come out to clean up the robots.
Oh my god. It'll never end.
You know what really
That's
irritates me about this, Xavier? Is that I can't let this go. I can't let this go.
Well, clearly, it's a little fucking girl, so this is what we're gonna do, Xavier says. Fuck this guy. Fuck this kidnapper piece of shit for ruining our vacation. This is what we're gonna do. How many rooms are in this resort? We're gonna try every single fucking room in this resort, and we're gonna find the one that opens. And when we find the one that opens, we're gonna bust in, and we're gonna kidnap the kidnapper, and we're gonna threaten to kill him unless he tells us where the little girl is. I don't care how professional he fucking thinks he is. He's not gonna sacrifice his life for someone else's.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, we'll get the other boys in on it, and we can
Yeah.
track them down.
Where the hell is Isaac? He'd be perfect for this. He's big as a fucking shit brick house. Shit brick house. Brick shit house. No, I'm gonna say I'm gonna keep it that way because he's
right.
kind of drunk.
Mhm.
And he's like, God damn it. Well, we gotta start looking. Anyways, but how about we save that for next session? Because I'm not gonna lie, about 40 minutes ago, I got super tired all of a sudden.
That's fun. That's fun.
I would love that, because that'll give me time to actually come up with stuff.
Yeah.
Because some of this is planned, other parts of it are, hey, wouldn't this be fun? So this will give me some time to set some things up. By the way, you would know from your from what the tourists said when you first got there, there are give me a second. 1,500 rooms.
Okay.
It's a large
Also,
resort.
I'm telling you out of character. Isaac would be down for this, but you guys won't see him until the morning.
Well,
Because he's down with something else.
Yeah, and by that time we'd only have 12 hours to do something. So, all right,
It'll be
I love this. Okay. So yeah, I think it should be one of those dun 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 to be continued moments.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say, I think I know what he did, but I don't know how to stop it.
And that is the least of our problems, Lucas. The entire casino could be filled with cheese, but we got someone who says he has a little girl he's gonna hurt her. That's not acceptable.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love that. Okay, we just got to kidnap her. We got to do this. We got to do this. Hey guys, I think I know how he did it.
I like that. Thanks, Psionic Hedgehog. Hell hath no fury like a smuggler on an interrupted vacation. Seriously. Now it might be because Xavier he's been like nicely toasted or nicely wasted. Sort of wasted like this entire vacation so far, because why not?
Right.
It's a safe environment. But so normally he would have a lot more subtle, trickier way, try to outthink this guy or to trick him, right? But because he's kind of drunk, and because he's so pissed off, and because this is hit one of his nerves, he just wants to find this guy and fuck him. Like, he wants to go on the direct route, right? Which is not normally the smartest route, but fuck it.
While he continues to give him the Doc Martin dental plan, going, "You son of a bitch!"
Oh no, we're gonna hurt this guy. I think if he doesn't give us what we want.
I agree, because this is our time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. So what you gonna do, Squee? We're gonna call it.
Yeah, we're gonna call it for the night.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Bum, bum, bum. So everyone, at the stream, thanks for coming. I hope you've enjoyed the Baywatch edition.
kind of like the freeform session.
I don't know. This is fun. I've never roleplayed a vacation before.
It's not much of a vacation. We had 12 hours, Squee, of vacation.
Time?
No, I'm not bitching.
Well, you still do have
something has
6
to happen.
days.
I know. I'm just saying it's just a bit of a teasing joke.
But yeah, if we find the guy, we're definitely gonna knock out his freaking teeth.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying I don't like this at all, right? It actually spices things up nicely. But I'm just saying, my poor character, all he wanted to do was have a nice vacation, and he can't even have that.
Just one thing.
I thought as a GM, I actually thought that if you guys went on vacation for 6 days and nothing really happened, like if we handled the whole thing narratively, it'd be kind of a letdown, I thought.
Sure, yeah.
Yep.
But don't worry, no earth-shattering wars or anything.
Not yet.
Yeah. Totally find out
You guys
this
come
guy's
back
an
from Flanders Paradise,
war.
it's just like lava is everywhere, and the planet's falling apart.
It's like Darkseid got a hold of it. Oh man, that'd be great.
Ali already drew something for 3 Galaxies in Riftyfell. Telefax plant.
Oh, geez, really?
Yeah, going after a fuzzball. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go and check that out.
Yeah. That's cool.
Son of a bitch. Gotta bring kids into this. That's what makes me
This is so good. I love it.
I just wanna rip his face off.
By the way, that's exactly how I picture both of those things.
Oh, that's it. I'm going to Twitter now.
All right. Well, everyone on stream, thanks for coming, guys. We'll be here, same bat time, same bat channel.
Yep, same batshit craziness.
Yep.
Yep. All right.
Have a good one.
Good night.